Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. The New York Knicks are your NBA champions. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know usually I talk pop culture on this channel. I've talked basketball a few times, but I had to bring up the New York Knicks are NBA champions. And yes, I am using an avatar of Jalen Brunson, Big Body Brunson, holding up what I'm pretty sure is his championship trophy or his finals MVP trophy. I don't care. He's a champion. He's a finals MVP. Becky Hammond and all you other people that said he was not a 1A. What do you think now? Anyways, this is the George here on the 8th episode of Common Sense and Pulp Culture. And we're going to be talking about not just the New York Knicks winning the championship, but of course, upcoming summer movies and a couple of other things that have come out today, including the Shrek 5 trailer that seems to be getting some people on it up. I wasn't planning on talking about it until I saw it and I saw the reactions to it. But let's dive right in. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's begin. And we're going to start with history in the making. After 50 years, 53 years since the New York Knicks won the championship in 1973, after many years of heartbreak from the Patrick Ewing era not getting it done, the dark days of Stephon Marbury, Isaiah Thomas running the show, Mari Stoudemire getting hurt, the Carmelo Anthony years being a roller coaster, Phil Jackson coming in and doing absolutely nothing, Joakim Noah's horrible contract, having Porzingis, trading Porzingis, drafting Frank Ntilikina over Donovan Mitchell, all this horrible stuff, missing out on getting Zion Williamson, not getting Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in 2019 free agency. It's finally paid off, and it turns out some of this was for the best. After that, after missing out on all that in 2019 and 2020, the Knicks hired Leon Rose to become the general manager. And through that, he had gotten Tom Thibodeau as the coach. Through Tom Thibodeau, the Knicks got to the playoffs 4 out of 5 times. Through Tom Thibodeau, they were able to secure signing Jalen Brunson. They pulled off trading for OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns. But of course, Tibbs being stubborn, overplays his starters, barely plays his bench, so he got fired last year. They brought in Mike Brown. And this next season, it was, very on and off again where, was Mike Brown the right fit? At one point, the Knicks were 2-9 in January, but they ended the season winning 53 games, the third seed in the East, after starting the playoffs down 2-1 against the Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks went on a tear, winning 13 straight games, including the first 2 games of the finals. Most of these games were over 10 points that they won. I think the only 2 games that they won during the streak that was less than 10 points was Game 2 against Philly, where they won by 6, and Game 2 against San Antonio, where they lost by 1. Then, of course, Game 3, which was the crazy game because Donald Trump, the President of the United States, appeared. And also, I think that was the game Victor Wembanyama got away with what should have been a flagrant foul on Jalen Brunson, but whatever. They lost by 4 points. The streak ended at 13. But the Knicks won the next 2. And it wasn't easy. They were down by 29 points in Game 4. It looked like they were going to lose, but Big Body Brunson and OG Anunoby came in, and the Knicks came back after being down 29 points, including the OG Anunoby game-winning shot. That was incredible. Great job from OG from hitting that shot. And then, of course, Game 5, despite being down 16 at one point, the Knicks ended up winning with a 45-point performance from Big Body Brunson. And the Knicks won. Jalen Brunson became Finals MVP. He will now be immortalized in New York basketball culture, New York sports culture. I think this is gonna secure him into the Hall of Fame. It should secure him into the Hall of Fame. He's accomplished so much this year, and the Knicks did it. And this was probably one of my favorite teams to watch and root for. Not because I'm a New Yorker and I was rooting for the Knicks, but it was just a fun team to watch. This was a group of guys that seemed like they enjoyed playing with one another. Granted, Jalen Brunson was teammates with Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges back in Villanova, but this was just a well-rounded group. Mike Brown made the adjustments that were needed, and between his scoring contributions from Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby, not just on offense but on defense as well. Certain guys coming off the bench and having at least one big game in these finals. Andre Shaman was big in the first two games. Jose Alvarado was big in game 4. Mitchell Robinson, with Towns getting into foul trouble, was important in game 5. Even in the game they lost, game 3, Jordan Clarkson still gave them a spark off the bench to at least keep them within the game. Now, these were close games. Game 1, they won by 10 points. Games 2 and 4, they won by 1 point. Game 3, they lost by 4 points. And then game 5, they won by 4 points. This wasn't easy. The Spurs won 62 games. They have Victor Wembanyama. They have a very young team. But ultimately, the Knicks did it. They did it through the firepower of Jalen Brunson, the adjustments of Mike Brown, the defense of Bridges, Hart, OG, and Towns, the offensive spark that these guys were giving, whether it was Mikal Bridges' 21 points in game 2, OG's 33 points in game 4, Karl Anthony Towns playing big in the first 2 games. And something was always happening. Someone was contributing. And ultimately they won. And the Knicks took full advantage of that opportunity. Now, I'm glad the Knicks won, and they rightly deserved to win. But this was a season that basically was screaming at them to win because the Celtics, Jason Tatum was going to be out for the majority of the year. And not to mention them trading away Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday and letting Al Horford walk in free agency was a sign that the Celtics were going to be doing a retooling kind of season. Now, they won 56 games. They were the second seed, but it was basically a house money retooling year. The Milwaukee Bucks, Damian Lillard got hurt. He did get waived and he went to go join the Trailblazers. But regardless, Milwaukee wasn't going to have Damian Lillard. Milwaukee didn't even make the playoffs because Giannis was getting in and out of the lineup, getting hurt. Their roster just wasn't any good. The Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton got hurt last year in Game 7, was going to be out for the year. They lost Miles Turner. That roster, there was also some injuries there as well. Cleveland wasn't as good as they were the year before. And yeah, they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, but James Harden pulled a James Harden after he got traded there. Didn't work out. The Knicks came back down 22 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. In game 1, that was basically the end of that series. Detroit looked like the only legitimate threat to the Knicks, but they didn't even play the Pistons in the playoffs because the Pistons lost in 7 games to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Atlanta, I know Atlanta won 2 games against the Knicks. That was the wake-up call, but they only won by 1 point. It was CJ McCollum basically having throwback games because the young core wasn't doing that well for Atlanta. The Sixers, listen, I gave the 76ers a slight shot at winning a couple of games, especially after OG got hurt. But Joel Embiid, he was clearly worn out from that 7-game series against Boston. Tyrese Maxey was not playing well. Paul George would get off these hot starts, would play cold for the rest of the series. VJ Edgecombe, he wasn't like Dylan Harper. He wasn't playing as big as he could have been. And as far as the Spurs go, as I mentioned, Dylan Harper played well. But the rest of the players, I think De'Aaron Fox only had really one good game. I think it was game 2. Wemby had a great game 3, but other than that, the points may look big, but he missed a lot of field goals. And in game 2, While I was glad the Knicks won, the basketball fan in me was upset because as tall as Wemby is, he could have gone for a layup, gone for a dunk, and even if he missed it, he could have tried getting fouled. He goes for two mid-rangers, and he can hit the mid-range shot. Yeah, he can shoot the mid-ranger, but the mid-rangers did not go in. And then, of course, he fouled Jalen Brunson with the score being tied. And Brunson hit at least one free throw. That's all he needed to do. Stephon Castle only had one good game 3, I'm pretty sure. It was kind of cold in the other games, particularly games 4 and 5. I mean, yeah, his defense against Brunson was pretty good, but besides that, he didn't play well. Mitch Johnson had some very questionable coaching choices, not giving Dylan Harper more minutes or having him close out the games, to not calling timeout when the Knicks were going on these big runs. Because look, the Spurs were up by 10 points in all 5 first quarters of this finals. And yet, for some reason, he never called a timeout. Never made the adjustment. They were shooting all these threes. As Charles Barkley had said after game 4, we witnessed the dumbest team in the history of civilization. I don't think they were the dumbest team in the history of civilization. No, there's been plenty of dumb NBA teams that have not even been the finals. They might be the dumbest team in the finals though, because they didn't clearly watch the Boston series last year when the Boston Celtics would be up by 20 points, but then they start missing their threes and the Knicks offense would get going and they would come back. And the Celtics would just keep shooting threes, and it was frustrating to watch because it's like, dear Lord, they're not making them. And again, as a Knicks fan, I am happy the Knicks won that series, that they won this series. But the basketball fan in me gets frustrated because they should know better. The coach could just end it. They could just try to stop it and try to adjust the play to maybe get them to score in the paint, or maybe find a mid-range shot that can go in. And nothing's just working. But yeah, overall, Jalen Brunson has always had doubt in his career. When he came in 2022, no one thought it was going to change life for the Knicks. They thought at best maybe the Knicks would be a play-in team, but since Jalen Brunson arrived, they've been over 500. They've gotten past the first round of the playoffs. They've been to the conference finals twice. Now they've been to the NBA finals, and they've won the NBA finals. And to Becky Hammond and all the people that say Brunson was not good enough to lead a team to the championship, he proved them wrong. They don't need Giannis, because there's a lot of trade rumors that Giannis should get traded to New York. He wants to be a New York Knick. The Knicks don't need him. And look, I'm not going to speak about next season yet because there's a lot of things that need to happen. We got to see where Giannis is going to play, who's going to get drafted where, who can get traded where. I'm not going to say, that the Knicks are going to repeat. Yeah, I would love to see the Knicks repeat. But it's clear that the Knicks are comfortable and confident in this roster. And there was a speech that James Dolan apparently gave before the playoffs that was leaked out today. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get in trouble for copyright just in case, especially with James Dolan in Madison Square Garden. Because James Dolan is still the same guy that still has Charles Oakley banned from the Garden. But James Dolan, to his credit, gave a very good speech about how this is their moment, how they're good enough. He acknowledged that they got a lot of flack for firing Tibbs last year, but he also acknowledged that they can do better, even though Tibbs is a great coach. He advised the players to, change their lifestyle for 10 weeks, change their diet, their sleeping habits, and it paid off. And credit to him for acknowledging that this was the best opportunity, because sometimes James Dolan's ego gets the best of him. And New Yorkers still aren't huge fans of James Dolan. I'm still not big on James Dolan. I did get a little bit more respect for him After I saw that speech he gave to the players, but he also put them on the hot seat and basically said that change could happen if we don't win, that this is the best opportunity. But he saw that this was probably the best team that they would have at this moment. Now, it's not to say that they can't win again in a couple of years or next year, but you never know what's going to happen. Because let's also face it, they got probably what was their preferred matchup in the finals. I mean, Knicks fans, I'm sure, would have rather the Knicks play San Antonio than the Thunder, who looked like they were going to steamroll into the finals after sweeping the first two rounds and then losing to the Spurs. Because here's the thing, remember this: the Knicks won 2 out of 3 games before the finals beat in playoffs against the Spurs, including the in-season tournament cup championship. The Knicks got swept in the regular season by the Thunder. Now, it wasn't a bad sweep. They did lose by 2 points at the Garden by the Thunder. It was a winnable game. And I think for the majority of the game in Oklahoma City, it was winnable until I think the Thunder won by 11 points. Not too bad of a loss, though, especially compared to last year where they were just getting blown out embarrassingly by the Thunder. But I think if you're a Knicks fan, you were glad that it was San Antonio over New York. But now let's talk about Victor Wembanyama, New York's new villain. And maybe the new villain of the NBA. Because after showing such passion and emotion on making it to the finals and winning the hearts of everyone in the world, Victor Wembanyama quickly became the villain of the finals, whether it be his immature tactics, his what many consider to be dirty fouls in plays that just didn't get called, including what could have been a flagrant against Jalen Brunson in Game 3, probably another flagrant against him when playing against Jalen Brunson in Game 5, the taunting to Mitchell Robinson, getting a flagrant that actually did get called on Karl Anthony Towns. Victor Wembanyama disappointed a little bit. Now, this was his first playoffs, his first finals. And for a lot of young players, when they make their first finals, a lot of them don't always win right away. Happened to Shaquille O'Neal in 1995. Happened to LeBron James in 2007. Now, you can also make the case that, there were some players like Magic Johnson, Dwayne Wade, Tim Duncan, and Kawhi Leonard. They won at a young age. They were more mature about it. But those were also rosters that had veteran players, that had guys that were in the league for quite some time. Magic Johnson, even though Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got hurt, still had Kareem on that team. In 2006, Dwayne Wade had Shaq, had Alonzo Mourning and Gary Payton on the team. He had veterans. Tim Duncan, when he won in 1999, had David Robinson, Avery Johnson, and other veteran players. 2014, when Kawhi Leonard was Finals MVP, he had Tim Duncan was the veteran at that time. So was Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Boris Diaw, and other guys. The Spurs are clearly lacking a veteran presence. They had that with Chris Paul last year. Chris Paul left. He went to the Clippers. We know how that went. Didn't last that long. But the one veteran they did have that actually had been to an NBA Finals and won an NBA Finals, Harrison Barnes, got barely any playing time. And now there are going to be some question marks about can Mitch Johnson coach this team? Can Victor Wembanyama mature and get stronger and come back strong? Because as young, talented as Victor Wembanyama is, nothing's guaranteed in the NBA. Parity is a strong thing nowadays. The Knicks are now, I think, the 8th team to win an NBA championship in the last 8 years. Let's see. We've had the Raptors, Lakers, Bucks, Warriors, Nuggets, Celtics, Thunder, and Knicks. Yeah, that is 8 teams. 8 teams that have won a championship. They're 8 different teams. We've had a couple teams go to the finals a couple times. The Warriors did it a couple times in 2019 and 2022. They won 2022. Celtics did it in 2022 and 2024. Appeared in the finals. They won in 2024. Miami did it in 2020 and 2023. Yeah, they lost, but they still made it to the finals a couple of times. So it's not like it's not impossible for San Antonio to get back there, but it's also not a guarantee. Nothing's guaranteed. The Thunder can come back to the finals next year and win it. An argument can be made that if Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell didn't get hurt, that they could have beat San Antonio. There's also the possibility that even if the Knicks don't come back to the finals, if San Antonio does, that San Antonio can lose to a different team. They could maybe lose to Boston. They could lose to Detroit. We don't know where Giannis is going to go yet. If Giannis gets traded to another team in the East and that team elevates itself to the NBA Finals, there's no guarantee you're going to win, especially if Giannis is healthy and he's playing, let's say, in Detroit, he's playing with Cade Cunningham, or if he's playing in Cleveland and he's playing with Donovan Mitchell, or playing in Boston with Jason Tatum. There's no guarantee. And you look at the rest of the West, it's not just, Oklahoma City. You don't think the Minnesota Timberwolves won't try to make any moves to better their roster? Or Houston or Lakers? Nothing's guaranteed in this league. There's a good chance Giannis could go out west. I think he's going to stay in the East, but it's Western Conference teams like the Thunder, like the Rockets, that are seen as playoff teams that can go deep if they're healthy, that have young talent and a lot of draft assets. And if they make a trade, they can still keep some of that young talent in their draft assets. But again, it's all about what Giannis wants. So San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama, you got to work harder. You got to mature. Because I grew up watching Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was one of my favorite players. I can't see Tim Duncan behaving this way like Victor did. I cannot imagine David Robinson. I only remember David Robinson in his later years when he was just a good player, not a great player. And I'm torn on the whole them not congratulating the Knicks, because on one hand, you don't always have to congratulate someone for winning, but at the same time, Wemby's attitude might be rubbing off on people the wrong way. I don't know. Right now, a lot's got to change with him. But as for the Knicks, the New York Knicks did it. And now that I'm done talking about the Knicks, I think we can get into movie talk. Now, if anyone's got any questions about how I feel about the Knicks or the NBA season, you can put them in the chat down below and I can address them. But let's get into some movie talk. And I do want to remind everyone, this is the last Common Sense and Pop Culture episode for a couple weeks, because I'm going away on Thursday and I'm not going to do an episode the next couple of Sundays. Even though the one Sunday I am coming back, it's probably going to be the day I'm going to go out and see Supergirl in theaters. I'm going to probably do my review. So it might be a while and a couple of weeks until I do the next episode. So, all right, let's get into movie talk. So I did a review on Disclosure Day yesterday. You can check that out. But I think Disclosure Day is so far doing a pretty good job at the box office. I'm going to double check. But the summer movie season is basically kicking off. Okay, I think I found something. All right. So, Disclosure Day's box office is a record for Steven Spielberg. All right, he's still the king of summer blockbuster, because he is the king. Remember, this is the guy that gave us Jaws. He's given us Indiana Jones. King Steven Spielberg, that's what I like to call him. King Spielberg. And so it's number one at the domestic box office with a $44 million depth. It's a strong start to a movie that is not a sequel or part of a franchise or based on pre existing material. And it's the legendary director's biggest opening weekend for an original movie. He's had some pretty big ones with other movies like Indiana Jones, The King of the Crystal Skull, Lost World, Jurassic Park, and World War of the Worlds. But those are established IPs. Those are sequels. War of the Worlds was a remake of a movie from the 1950s. Um, and if you missed my review of Disclosure Day, I'll just offer my brief thoughts. It was an okay movie. I didn't think it was anything special. Um, it could have probably been better. I wasn't big on the ending. I don't think it's the worst Spielberg movie, though. I think there were some neat things in there. I think there were some promising things in there. There was a good build up. I don't think the build up delivered. That's just my opinion. But I think Emily Blunt did a very good job. I think the acting was pretty good for the most part. I think visually it looked great. Um, I feel like it had a balance of science fiction, mystery, and thriller, but I think the mystery and thriller aspect delivered and the science fiction aspect was disappointing, which is sad to say because Steven Spielberg is one of the best at science fiction. There's no denying that. He delivers on science fiction. So I don't know what I don't know what else he know like if this is it for him though. I mean he's 80 years old and he can still make quality movies. Here's the thing that I kind of dislike about this notion of Steven Spielberg that I've heard for quite a while. I get it, Steven Spielberg hasn't made the movies that you were used to or want him to make. Oh my goodness. Yo, the New York Knicks fans are crazy blinded. No, they really are. Yo, someone put Elmo's head on a pike on a spike apparently, because Elmo wanted both teams to succeed. Yo, Nick fans are crazy. Yo, I'll say this: it's wrong that Nick fans were going after San Antonio fans. Look, San Antonio fans were polite to New York Nick fans when they came to San Antonio. Yeah, but yo, they are crazy. But look, not all of us are crazy. Although I was crying when the Knicks won, I was sobbing because I never thought I would live to see a New York Knicks team win the championship. The last time they were in the finals, I was 2 years old, not even three yet. Uh, but look, we got our championship. We got Big Body Brunson. Brunson got one more championship than Luka Doncic. And also, Victor Wembanyama looked really weak. I don't know how you feel about Wemby blinded, but Victor Wembanyama I lost a lot of respect for Wemby in these playoffs and in these finals. I really did. Blinded. I don't know if you saw Disclosure Day. I was talking about that. Their players have been going crazy, saying some of the darndest stuff lately. But you know what? They deserve it. Well, here's the thing: when they lost, when they were down 2-1, it was Stephen A. Smith, who was a passionate Knicks fan. He was basically saying heads need to roll. Talk about trading for Giannis. Yeah, if they didn't win the championship, they were going to consider blowing up the team possibly. I hope they don't, though. I don't know if you got any thoughts on it, Blinded, if you want to share any thoughts on it. But yeah, I thought it was just an okay movie, Disclosure Day. It wasn't Spielberg's worst, but it wasn't his best. But as I was saying, I've this notion that Spielberg can't make good movies anymore. I think it's silly. He's just made more Academy Award like movies, like The Fablemans, West Side Story. Oof. Oof. I had a feeling because I really did not like the ending of this movie. I didn't like the ending. Now, I'm not going to be like some people that say, oh, Spielberg, screw Spielberg. He's a has been. But I, the thing is, this movie was also written by David Kep, who is such a hit or miss writer, in my opinion. He is so hit and miss. Let me look at David Kep's filmography. I want to look at that real quick. I'm gonna be honest. I think the first act was boring, but I think I was entertained by the second act. But I just hated the resolution. It was like like the villain just surrenders. I really hated that. I thought it was such a dumb thing. Oh, happy birthday, Blinded! Happy birthday! You know, it's your birthday. Hope you're having an awesome day. Uh, so I'm looking at the filmography of David Kep. I'm gonna bring this down, and I'm gonna put up David Kemp's filmography. Um, so he was a writer for Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible. That was a good movie. Panic Room, that was a good movie. Spider-Man, great movie. World of Worlds. Zathura was an interesting part of my childhood. King of the Crystal Skull, Jurassic Park, and Lost World. Angels and Demons, meh. The 2017 Mummy, oof. Yeah, that's not great. Dial of Destiny, oof. Jurassic World Rebirth. He's very hit or miss, this guy. He really is. I think the problem with the movie is that the premise was good, but the story was all over the place, and the best part was right at the very end. I also think the premise need a director who would have grounded the story. That's a good point. Maybe that could have been it. I think the thing is that Spielberg, because we have that expectation for Steven Spielberg, because he's done Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T. Although, I'm going to be honest, I don't love Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah, it's a very good movie, but it's not my favorite Spielberg movie. Like, I don't think it's not my favorite thing from Spielberg. I just think though we might have that expectation for Spielberg, but I think this movie will probably do well in the box office. Although Toy Story 5 is coming out this weekend, I think Toy Story 5 is going to do well. Toy Story 5 is already on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me find it on Rotten Tomatoes because I don't know the exact score, but I think it's got a pretty high score so far. By the way, Disclosure Day got an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's check out Toy Story 5. I'm looking forward to Toy Story 5. 93%. Now, I think that's the lowest for a Toy Story movie so far. Usually the Toy Story movies are like between 97 and 100 on Rotten Tomatoes, but 93 is still pretty good. Spielberg has a certain style that just didn't work. We are actually seeing aliens get disclosed in the public, and social media played a major. The movie just ignores social media. The movie, so the thing that I found weird about the movie, it was like interesting and weird at the same time, was like apparently World War III was about to happen in the background, but it's like they didn't really explore that all that much. I think the thing is like Spielberg, I think, approached this as like he was making an alien movie in the 70s and 80s or even 90s. It feels like Spielberg is a little out of touch. Like I think he understands that people believe that the government's hiding aliens. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It can go either way. It's like what's going to be bigger? Aliens or World War III. It's like some people might think, oh, aliens might be bigger. Well, that was when World of Worlds came out, which was that the last time I think Spielberg did an alien movie if you don't include aliens appearing in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Hey, Aaron. I honestly don't know. Like, I think that was the last time Spielberg did aliens was in 2005, if you don't include Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Toy Story 3, I mean 5. I keep calling it 3, it's 5. 110 reviews. It's got 93. The critic consensus is proving that old toys can learn new tricks while reckoning with an era of endless screen time. Toy Story 5 largely sidesteps franchise fatigue by reaffirming that children everywhere still got a friend in these lovable characters. See, I think like aliens causing World War III would be interesting. Uh, So I'm hoping while I'm on my Disney cruise, I can watch Toy Story 5. I think it should be out in the cruise theaters. I'm hoping so. I'm looking forward to Toy Story 5. I know some people will question why does this movie need to exist, but it's Toy Story. Like I love Buzz and Woody. I like the idea that Jesse's gonna have a bigger role, and I think this will be another emotional movie. It's been hinted at. I don't know why movies about talking toys continue to be emotional, but they do it. They pull it off. Damn Pixar. I'm just kidding. I love Pixar. I do like Pixar. Uh, I feel like there's this harsh criticism given to Pixar sequels. Like to me, the only bad Pixar sequel that at least I've seen was Cars 2. I think Cars 2 is trash, but I'm someone that likes Incredibles 2, that likes Finding Dory, that likes Inside Out 2, that liked Monsters University, even though it's a prequel, that likes all the Toy Story movies. I haven't seen Cars 3 yet. I know I'm bad for not watching Cars 3, but I just haven't seen it. But honestly, most of the Pixar movies I just like overall. I don't really have big problems with them. Even movies like Brave. I would probably say the only other Pixar movie that I just do not care for, that I was generally disappointed with, was actually The Good Dinosaur. Because I thought, Pixar doing a dinosaur movie was the perfect combination. Because I love dinosaurs, I love Pixar, and it was just boring. Like I don't think it was terrible, but it was just boring. It was a bit of a letdown. The two Pixar movies that came out that year, it was Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur. I didn't have much expectations for Inside Out, but I saw Inside Out still, and I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. And then Good Dinosaur came out, and I was pumped for it, and it was disappointing. Ugh. But I think I said, I don't know if it was the last stream or the stream before it. I was saying that Toy Story 5 is gonna probably open. I think it was like 145 million. It's gonna have a big opening. It's gonna have a big opening. It's probably gonna make $1 billion worldwide. Probably be one of the highest grossing movies of the year. I think it's just a matter of will it make more money than Toy Story 3 and 4, which also made $1 billion worldwide. I think that's the question we're gonna have about this movie. Um, and then the next weekend, I know Supergirl's coming out. I think Supergirl. What's Supergirl projected to make? I don't think it's a whole lot. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up something about Supergirl because I don't think it's gonna do well in the box office. Now, I do hope it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. It looks good. I'm looking forward to Supergirl. But the upcoming DCU Supergirl is showing worrying signs after receiving a lower box office forecast. And an update box office prediction for Supergirl has the spacefaring superhero flick earning $51 million, or somewhere between $47 million and $58 million in its domestic opening weekend from June 26th to 28th. For its full theatrical run in the US and Canada, it's projected to rank in 125 million, or in the range from 107 million to 161 million. This came out from Box Office Theory on June 13th. And apparently they predicted it was going to have a higher domestic start between 47 million and 65 million, but now it looks lower, around 45 to 55 million. It's going to be lower than James Gunn's Superman, 2022's Black Adam, which is a shame because Black Adam was so boring. It looks like it can make Flash money at 55 million. Remember, the Flash bombed really badly. Oh my! I saw something the other day. It's been 3 years since the Flash came out. Blinded, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but it's been 3 years since the Flash came out. Oh my goodness! Oh, that was. It's crazy. I remember when it first came out, I originally liked it, but now it's just the more I think about it. And Red is here. Hey, Red, can you share your thoughts in the chat about the Knicks winning the championship? What you think? Do you think who's going to win next year? Do you think Victor Wembanyama is a villain and a menace against society? Put your thoughts in the chat, Red. Whatever you think. Anyways, with Supergirl, Daily reports its next cost is 175 million, and it will have to make a profit after earning 355 million at the global box office. So I guess probably around 437 million. Look, I think even if Supergirl gets good reviews, especially if the reviews are better than Superman's, it's got an uphill battle, I think, at the box office because coming out before it is Toy Story 5. And then afterwards, it's going to be Minions and Monsters, which I don't get these Minion movies, but Minions is going to probably make a lot of money. And actually, I was off the mark with Toy Story 5. The domestic opener can go between 150 million and 184 million. So it's actually higher than what I said. Minions and Monsters can go between 53 million and 62 million. I think it'll do better worldwide. The Despicable Me Minion movies tend to do very well. Red, if you're in Aaron's chat, I sent a StreamYard link if you want to come on and talk about your thoughts. It's in Aaron's chat, the StreamYard link, so go in there if you want to come on. Same thing to anyone else that's in that chat that's watching. If you want to come on, you can just click on the link and jump on and share your thoughts. All right. Yo, this is the first time I'm going to have Red on stream. This is going to be interesting. While he's doing that, I'm going to keep talking about Supergirl. After Minions and Monsters, Moana's going to come out. Then it's going to be The Odyssey. There's really no break for Supergirl, which is disappointing because I think it's going to be a good movie, but whatever. I honestly think Clayface is going to be the more profitable movie because it's got a lower budget. It's going to come out with less competition. It's coming out on Halloween. I think that's going to be the film that does better. That's just my opinion. It's possible Supergirl could be a better movie. But here's the thing. Box office does not dictate quality. A movie can have a great box office but not be all that good. I mean, we've seen that many times. I mean, look, we've gotten Transformer movies that made $1 billion that weren't that good, and the Transformer movies that didn't do well at the box office are actually the best Transformer movies to come out, in my opinion. That's just my thoughts on that whole thing. Um, and also, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. The trailer's going to come out tomorrow. Apparently, tickets go on sale tomorrow, which that's exciting. Apparently, there were leaked trailers that came out, like leaked unfinished trailers. And if you can hear the audio of it because the quality is not good, apparently Spider-Man's going to fight the Hulk. I mean, it's been known that the Hulk was going to be in this movie. I'm looking forward to seeing Spider-Man versus Hulk. Definitely looking forward to that. Still no word on who Sadie Sink is playing. I think one of those there's a like the backclip figures. Like there's a picture of her character, but it doesn't say who the character is. Like Aaron's coming on. Hey,
What's up?
So, yo, us crazy Knicks fans, we're still partying.
So partying?
I know obviously before we get into the movie talk, what are your thoughts on the Knicks winning?
Well, I thought, well, the Spurs blew the series because well, because the Spurs, they should not have been a 5-game series. That's first. Spurs should have won Game 4. There's no excuse.
They should have won Game 2.
Yeah, and they should have won Game 5 too. They were the thing. What I said, what people probably agree with me is that the Spurs are young. I think they're the youngest team in the league. Right, and the Knicks were a veteran team, and you saw the difference between a veteran team and a young upcoming team. But I'll say this: the Spurs, watch out.
Yo, I agree with that. And look, here's the thing: like you saw the maturity when the Knicks never lost their cool with these double-digit leads.
Yeah, that's what a veteran team does.
Like here's the thing: Jalen Brunson just kept doing his thing. OG Anunoby did his thing.
The Spurs were a little immature. They were kind of dirty in this series. The Spurs.
I mean, here's the thing: you saw that foul in Game 3 that should have been a foul.
Oh yeah, they were dirty. They were immature in this game.
Do you think the NBA was purposely not calling fouls on Wemby so he wouldn't get suspended?
Yeah, I mean, Wemby is going to be it's going to be their NBA's golden boy. Like Wemby is like, there's never a player in the history of the NBA that has the Wemby skill set. Like,
but I'm really hoping like he changes if he's going to be the face because I don't like what I'm seeing so far. I mean, look, he was trying to taunt Mitchell Robinson and it backfired.
Yeah. Oh, and he does break down. He does break down at the end.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like, you let a 29-year-old little guard that's 6 foot, and look, Jalen Brunson is my favorite player. I'm glad he won. I'm glad he got Finals MVP.
Yeah. Well, Becky Hammond looks bad,
and he looked and he played fantastic in games 4 and 5. And even though like he struggled in games 1 and 2, he did make clutch plays in those fourth quarters.
Yeah, but
here's the thing.
That's the thing.
You're a 7'6" center.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. In Game 2, you missed 2 mid rangers that should have been dunks and fouls to, that you could have gone up. Like you could have dunked that. You let a center that's almost a decade older than you and Karl Anthony Towns basically outplay you. At least in games 1 and 2, Karl Anthony
Towns had a bad game 5.
Yo, absolutely, he got fouled out.
Yeah, here's the thing. 2 points or something like that.
Towns still kept his cool.
Yeah,
Towns basically got rid of the soft label in these playoffs.
Yeah,
he basically said everything that Jimmy Butler once said about him was false.
Yeah, agreed.
Like Towns really stepped it up. There was no ego with this team.
Man, it's amazing how did the Spurs get through the Thunder? Because I felt like if the Thunder were in here, this series would have at least gone 7. Because the Thunder's been here before. They're more of a veteran team.
Okay, heads up. Red is about to come in. This is the first time Red's been on one of my streams.
Hello.
Red!
Does this work?
Yeah, it works.
You're good.
Okay, good.
Get blinded here.
I don't know why my thing isn't moving. Oh, now it is. There.
Oh. So we were just talking about this Knicks Spurs series before we get into movie talk. Any thoughts, Red?
My thoughts are the Spurs arguably should have won the series. That's the first thing that I think of. Secondly, I'm glad the Knicks won. Not because I do or don't like the Spurs. It's more so the Knicks fans have been in poverty for 50 years now, and I feel so bad for.
I feel bad for them. I'm a Leaf fan, Red.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah. Well, I hate the Leafs because they're Canadian, so I hope it's another 70 years until they win. But
wow,
if the Toronto Maple Leafs were the I don't know, let's say the Cincinnati Maple Leafs, I would be like, okay, they should win.
You don't know how crazy Toronto will go if the Leafs win the Stanley Cup. But New York, I know New York's a big city, and I'm sorry, George, but you got the Yankees, because the Yankees are still the number one in New York, but the Leafs are number one here. If the Leafs win the Stanley Cup, it's going to be 10 times, even with a smaller population, more crazy here. And all the fan bases around the NHL are going to hate it. They're going to hate it.
You want to know how crazy Knicks fans are? So
Yeah.
I guess Sesame Street had like a thing where I guess the Elmo Twitter account said Elmo hopes both teams play well. Knicks fans were mad. I'm like, Elmo's a kid's character.
Spurs don't have any fan bases outside of San Antonio.
Like here's the thing. Like I get it. Elmo is a character that resides in New York, but good Lord. and apparently I gotta show.
I can tolerate New York fans. I can't tolerate Boston fans. Boston fans are worse.
But no,
Boston fans are just
scum.
Boston fans are downright evil.
Yeah.
People put Elmo's head on a pike and said traitor.
I saw that picture. Yeah, I saw that picture.
Aaron, did you see that picture?
No, I did see that.
Oh, I gotta find that. I'm gonna find that picture. Oh, I found it on Reddit. They're parading Elmo's head around on a pike. Traitor! Elmo hopes both teams. Oh my gosh! Some Knicks fans are crazy.
This is revenge from 1999 because it's not when didn't Knicks play the Spurs in '99?
Yeah. And by the way, Jalen Brunson's dad was on that team.
Rick was on that team.
Yeah, Rick was like, I think he was like a reserve.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was like a backup. He was like a third striker. Rick wasn't.
Yeah, he got revenge for the father.
Damn.
I basically say Jalen Brunson. He's the point guard. He's like the point guard version of Nikola Jokic, a second round pick that basically just owned everyone.
The reason why he left Dallas because he wanted to be a starter. I don't see why Dallas couldn't make Jalen Brunson and Lucas Dawes like a shooting guard and point guard,
like they did with Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Well, here's the thing. We know Dallas screwed up so many times. Like they screwed up with Luka by trading Luka away.
Kyrie is not improving over Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is better. I'm sorry, Kyrie can't defend. I know Jalen's not the best defender, but
he can get steals.
Yeah, but
here's the thing: Brunson's more clutch than Kyrie.
Well, and Kyrie's not trouble. Kyrie's not trouble. It's not a head case, right?
Brunson's a better leader as well. Like here's the thing: Brunson showed that if he's having a rough game, he can also pass the ball very well. Like in game 2 against Cleveland, he only scored 19 points, but he had like 14 assists.
Well, Kyrie always was like a shoot first point guard, right?
The thing is, Kyrie, he's just not mature enough, Kyrie. I mean, he finally got mature, but by the time he finally matured in Dallas, it was too late.
Because he'll play in Dallas. Was he hurt like all year?
No, here's the thing. You got to remember, he did help Dallas get to the finals in 2024.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know what's going to happen with Kyrie after the season because Dallas is in no way of contending.
Well, they got Cooper Flag, who I think.
But Cooper Flag ain't going to do nothing.
But I think he'll turn out to be a superstar.
He'll be a star, but right now he's not going to do nothing.
Yeah. But they traded Anthony Davis, right, to Washington for like nothing.
I mean, but no, I'm looking at the Spurs. I'm like, yo, this would not have happened if Greg Popovich was the coach. This would not have happened if Tim Duncan was the star player.
Oh, if this was in the 2000s and 90s, the thing is, those Spurs teams are veteran. I mean, like, if they had like David Robinson on the team, David Robinson would make sure this wouldn't happen, or Tim Duncan, right? Like no. Right? Like, no.
Yeah, no. Like, well, here's the thing. This didn't even happen when Kawhi Leonard was on the team.
No.
This didn't happen.
You can't rattle Kawhi Leonard. That's the thing. Kawhi Leonard is not. You can't rattle him. You can't get in his head. That's the thing. Because he doesn't show any emotion at all.
Like Wemby showed he was very immature.
Yes.
And I'm not saying he can't mature, but if he wants to get back here, because it's going to be hard because parity in the NBA is so common nowadays. Like, everyone thought the Thunder were going to come back to the finals. They didn't.
I think the Thunder would have given the Knicks a better fight. Game four, Thunder would have won that game.
Oh, absolutely. Listen. Shea Gilgeous would have closed it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But sure. Like, here's the thing. You don't know what's going to happen this year because Giannis Antetokounmpo trade rumors are going to happen.
Well, I think Boston's interested in him.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think Giannis should try to go out west. If I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, I heard he wants to go to Miami. But
I know he wants to go to. Everyone goes.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You have to give Austin Reeves.
No, Sonics.
Maybe in the future, the next few.
Maybe in the future. They'll get Giannis and KD right before they retire.
Giannis is like what? Giannis is like 30 now, and he's hurt
He's going to be 32.
And the thing about Giannis, his athlete, when he was young, his athleticism took him everywhere. But he's he's 32, and he's been hurt, especially his legs. His injuries are due to his legs, like all part with his lower area, right? His lower body area, right? The legs and stuff. That Giannis, if you trade for Giannis, you're taking a huge risk now. Okay.
Like, here's my thing. I think it's dumb, the rumors that people are suggesting that they should trade Giannis for Jaylen Brown or trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis. It's like Jaylen Brown's younger, he's healthier. He's been with the team longer. Like, I think it's just another one of those dumb things where they want to split Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown up.
I don't know if Giannis is a difference maker anymore.
Here's the thing. Giannis is gonna make it to the Hall of Fame. He's gonna retire as one of the all-time best players, probably one of the top 20, top 30 players of all time. But
he'd be one of the greatest non-American players ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of them now, man. There's a lot.
The thing is, Giannis has been hurt many times. Where I think Giannis might need to settle for being the second best player on the team.
You see, when you get a bunch of injuries, especially lower body injury, the first thing that always goes is athleticism. Right? Like, athleticism. He's perfect because that's what he is.
My thing is this: if I'm Giannis, I would probably want to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder because here's the thing: Shea Gilgeous will take a lot of pressure off of you. They've got a lot of draft picks that Milwaukee can take. They got young talent, and they can still hold on to draft picks and young talent. I think, obviously the league would be scared of a Shea Gilgeous Giannis team up in Oklahoma City, but I feel like the Western Conference teams have more to offer than I think Eastern Conference teams that are competing.
Yeah, because I know one of the teams is like Miami. I'm like, Miami. Who does Miami have?
I think Houston. I think Houston would have a better package than Miami.
Sure.
I mean, come on, Giannis and Kevin Durant teaming up. That would be an interesting combination.
Wow.
I think San Antonio.
Kevin Durant has a rep as a team killer. You know what I mean by that?
Yo, he was already killing the Rockets in his first season.
He killed him and Harden killed the Nets. He didn't
Kyrie killed the Nets
Simmons.
as well.
Kyrie, yeah.
And Ben Simmons also killed. Yo, four different guys killed the Nets at 4 different times.
Where the hell is Ben Simmons anyway? Is he even like that guy? My
He's
God,
gone
what
fishing.
What a fall! What
Isn't he a free agent?
He didn't play this past season.
But he has
Yeah. Is he even on a team?
No.
Who did
I think the last team he was on was the Clippers, and he barely played for the Clippers.
Ben Simmons? I remember the guy's first 2 years. That guy was so damn good. The only thing he couldn't do was shoot, but he
still can't.
He still
But
can't.
he had a great passing gene. He can attack at the
He's
rim.
good defensively. He's
He couldn't even do that. He can't even do that crap anymore.
He's a 6'8" point guard.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? The 76ers were competing longer than this current New York Knicks team, and the Knicks won before the 76ers. Yo.
You know what I believe? I believe the Sixers will never win the champion as long as Embiid is there.
Yo.
Because Embiid has never matured.
You know what's funny? And I'll admit,
matured.
I was one of those people that thought Philly could at least take a couple games, especially after OG got hurt. Yo, Philly got destroyed by the Knicks.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Dude, that little guard, big body Brunson. Yo, they let Deuce McBride, who's been so inconsistent in the playoffs, score 22 points on them.
I don't think has Philly ever made to the third round.
No. Yo, Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell did it before Joel Embiid.
I don't know how the Cleveland made to the third round. They could barely get by Toronto in the first round.
Yo, did you hear? Yo, you saw what I shared yesterday. James Harden got arrested.
Yeah.
Yo, he might be off. Yo, Cleveland might dump him after that.
Well, James Harden actually got to a third round. Wow.
He's gotten there a few times. He got there a couple times with the Thunder, a couple times with the Rockets.
Fucking James Harden. That Thunder team could have had something with Harden, Westbrook, and Durant and Ibaka.
Oh my! So
that's a good.
I don't know. I think Brunson's got a better legacy than Westbrook and Harden now.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, Brunson.
Yeah, of course.
Brunson
ring.
Brunson can go the rest of his career not making the finals ever again, and he will still go down with a better resume than Harden and Westbrook because he won the championship. Like Brunson had a great year. He won the in-season cup. He was the Eastern Conference MVP, Finals MVP. Like, yo, Brunson right now, even though Luka Doncic is more talented, his resume looks a lot better than Luka's. And they got drafted the same year.
The thing is, Luka is immature too. He's very immature, Luka. He's immature.
I think that's the maturity quality of Jalen Brunson does not get talked enough about.
You need to be mature in the playoffs. You need. And I hope San Antonio learns from that because they definitely showed immaturity. And who was the closest thing to they had a couple of vets. They had a Harrison Barnes on that team.
Yeah, and he sat on the bench.
Yeah, of course. But he was
I need to remind you, they had Chris Paul last year before Chris Paul went back to the Clippers. Mm-hmm. They should have worked harder to keep Chris Paul.
They should have. I think their whole majority of their team were all 26 and under.
Well, here's the thing: the other guy that had at least one playoff appearance before this that made a couple of All-Star teams was De'Aaron Fox, who choked away Game 4.
He was bad.
My God.
He had a worse meltdown than J.R. Smith. Like, remember when J.R. Smith was holding on to the ball?
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorite pictures of LeBron.
Good Lord, De'Aaron Fox saying, I'm going to make a layup. Like, OG Anunoby having a block that is probably the second best block in the finals after LeBron's block.
The Spurs, they should have traded for a veteran at the deadline.
They should have.
Like someone who's
this was embarrassing. And by the way, it was the veteran players that apparently were the only players that congratulated the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean that's disrespectful.
I thought no players congratulated them, but apparently Cornette and Barnes did congratulate them.
You know what?
I think De'Aaron Fox went to the locker room to congratulate them.
Based on that,
so basically the young players didn't congratulate. It was Fox, Cornette and Barnes that were the only one that showed any class. Oh, and the coach. The coach did congratulate
The
Brunson.
Spurs used to be an organization full of class, right? But hearing
Mhm.
that, like Popovich would have made sure.
Here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this. Forget about having Tim Duncan, Tony Parker.
Oh, they would have
Manu.
made the young guys shake their hands.
Well, here's the thing. Forget about having those guys on the team. If it was just Greg Popovich as the coach coaching this team, Popovich would have made this team. First of all, Popovich would have at least pushed this to 7 games.
I think they would have won the series.
They probably
Completely.
could have, because here's the thing. Popovich is so disciplined, and he would have kept these guys disciplined. Like, nothing against Mitch Johnson. Listen, credit where credit's due. You got this young team to 62 wins. You got them to the postseason. They defeated the defending champions. I know the defending champions were missing a couple of guys, but they were still good. The Thunder were still good enough to get to the finals without them.
Oh yeah,
let's be real.
Sure.
Like they could have still got to the finals. They could have probably still won without Jalen Williams. They could have probably beaten the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Knicks could have still won as well, but I'm saying it could have gone either way. That's how good the Thunder is. But you defeat the defending champions. Listen, when your team, and it's clear that they did not watch last year's series against Boston when the Knicks were coming back down 20, when the Celtics were going cold with their 3-pointers and the Knicks were coming back in. That's basically what we saw, but instead it was the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you guys were watching it inside the NBA after Game 4. Charles Barkley said it best. We witnessed the dumbest team in the history of civilization.
Did they have like a 30 point lead at halftime?
It was a 27-point lead that turned to 29 in the third quarter at one point.
You can't lose that game.
You know what happened? Wemby finally got called for a flagrant. It was against Towns.
I heard they said
all of a sudden Brunson and OG go off. No timeouts are called. It's down 15 at the fourth quarter. You would think they would make an adjustment because you saw in the last round, they came back down 22 points with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter against Cleveland. No adjustments were made. They came back and okay, they were down 1 point. So Brunson hits the deep three. It can go in. It may not go in. It doesn't go in. No one's watching OG running because Wemby's too busy blocking Brunson. Like, Towns is boxing out whatever players are nearby. OG gets it in. You make OG Anunoby look like the second coming of Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, freaking Luke Cornett, the backup. Luke Cornett's like a third stringer.
Here's another thing that was mind-boggling to me. They put Luke Cornett in with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter for a couple of minutes. Like, at this point, Brunson's going off. Like, he's brought the game within 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is happening on offense for the Spurs. You put Luke Cornett in.
Yeah,
I know Wemby's not having a great game, but come on.
Yeah,
you at least keep Wemby in for defensive purposes.
You still keep your star player in.
This is the defensive player of the year, the unanimous defensive player of the year. You at least keep him in for defensive purposes if he's struggling on offense.
Because he was good on defense most of the series. He was good on defense.
Because let's say this. Because I'll say this. Castle was horrendous on offense except for Game 3.
Yeah.
But his defense against Brunson was very good. Castle played a great defensive game, just a horrible offensive game.
Mm-hmm.
But at least, you kept Castle in for the defense. You should have at least done that with Wemby. Like, I get it. You have some breathing room because Cat's in foul trouble. He eventually fouls out. But still, like, come on. I get it. OG was not having a great game. I think the only 2 other Knicks players that were having a good offensive game, and it wasn't even that great of an offensive game, were Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. But come on. Brunson's he's going for the big game. He's got 40 points at this point.
That's how you can tell there's a difference between coaching. Mike Brown and a rookie coach.
Mike Brown. Everyone owes Mike Brown a freaking apology.
He outcoached Mitch Johnson.
Well, it's not just that. Like, I remember everyone was annoyed when Tibbs got fired and Mike Brown was brought in. And I remember when the Knicks we're down. We're like 2-9 in January, and the Mavericks blew them out at home, and everyone was calling for Mike Brown's head. Yo, and when they were down 2-1 against Atlanta, and Stephen A. Smith was yelling, "Mike Brown need to go if they lose this series. Heads are gonna roll." Oh my goodness. And then all of a sudden, Mike Brown makes that adjustment of making the offense run through Towns. And all of a sudden, the Knicks looked more like the classic Spurs than the Spurs did.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
you do know, like the ball movement. Like, I know Mike Brown used to be an assistant coach for the Spurs. Like, when I think the Spurs won, like, I think the first 2 championships, or like, I think the second championship at least. But come on, like, like Mike Brown outspurred the Spurs.
it's almost like Mitch Johnson got lucky, got to the finals because I don't know
Like,
how they coached.
Mike Brown looked more like Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
And Mitch Johnson looked like Greg Popovich.
No,
Like-
Mitch Johnson looked overwhelmed. He looked overwhelmed in that series.
Like, Karl Anthony Towns looked
Mitch
more
Johnson.
like the second coming of Tim Duncan than Victor Wembanyama. And look, I know I've come to Cat's defense, and I said, Cat really destroyed the soft label. But come on, we know Wembanyama is more talented than Towns. He's younger than Towns.
Oh,
He's
But he
probably
is
gonna
softer.
have. Yeah, he is softer. Yeah, for real.
I mean, yeah, you could tell based on his immaturity, the way, yeah.
Like Towns really grew up, I think, once he joined the Knicks. Like he showed how much he's grown up.
Because look, on that team, because that team around him was not soft. Like Josh Hart is not a soft, and I can tell you,
Absolutely.
OJ Anunoby is not a soft player either.
No, even guys off the bench like Jordan Clarkson and Jose Alvarado, they ain't soft guys.
That Minnesota team, most of his career in Minnesota, they were a soft team because Andrew Wiggins was a soft player.
Yeah. Honestly, I think once Anthony Edwards came in, that's when I saw like Karl Anthony Towns being less soft.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is not soft. That's true.
I think once he finally had co-stars that weren't soft, whether they were Edwards or Brunson, I think Towns toughened up.
I just think he couldn't work with Gobert. That's why they traded him.
Yeah, but honestly, they won that trade. the Knicks won that trade. Yo, no one's going to be complaining about Mikal Bridges being traded for 5 first-round picks.
I thought it was overpay, but if you win the championship, who cares, right?
Because here's the thing. Yeah, Mikal Bridges struggled in the finals, except for games 2 and 5.
Yeah.
He played well in games 2 and 5, but game 5 was the game that mattered the most.
I mean, yeah, he did.
But here's the thing. Mikal Bridges also destroyed the Cleveland Cavaliers and the 76ers. So Mikal Bridges was crucial in those games, especially when OG was out.
Mm-hmm.
Like overall, this was we basically saw a team that Brunson was the best player on the team, but we saw a team basically play, I think, the best team basketball in the last few years.
You know what they remind me of? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be a little biased. They played like the 2019 Raptors.
No, they did, because honestly, I think the 2019 Raptors was probably the last like pure team basketball we saw in the finals.
Because the Knicks had depth. That Raptor team had depth. And
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Like Kawhi was the best player, but look, Kyle Lowry played big. Pascal Siakam played big.
Ibaka was big. Van Vliet was big in game 6.
Yeah, he was big off the bench. Like, that was a team effort.
And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, but Durant and Klay Thompson got hurt." So what?
You still have Steph Curry.
Yeah. So what? Like,
here's the thing: Klay Thompson didn't get hurt until game 6. Klay Thompson was healthy for those other games. He was still healthy for those other 3 games that they lost. Like, here's the thing: I say the same thing about last year when the Knicks beat the Celtics. It's like, yeah, Tatum got hurt, but guess what? Tatum was healthy in games 1 and 2 when they gave up big leads and lost to the Knicks. Tatum was still healthy for most of game 4 when he got hurt. When he got hurt, they were down 7 against the Knicks. And then obviously OG made the play. They were up 9 points, but still, they were going to be up 9 points even if Tatum didn't get hurt.
Here's the thing about the Raptor team. Kawhi played like 50 games. The games that he didn't play, the Raptors still won in the season. Most of those games in the season anyway. So good teams are able to win without their player.
And by the way, here's another thing I'm going to point out. I think Mike Brown was very crucial as an assistant coach to those Golden State Warrior teams. Because here's the thing, like Mike Brown was the assistant coach when they won in 2017, 2018, and 2022.
Yeah.
Do you know? I've noticed once he left, the Warriors have struggled. Like the Warriors, like they've gone past the first round, but they've lost in the second round, or they've missed the playoffs.
They're old now. Like
I know they're old, but I'm just saying. I feel like without Mike, I think Mike Brown was very crucial. Like people forget, Mike Brown coached most of the Warriors' playoff run in 2017, and guess what? That was the last time before the Knicks went on their big run that we saw a team dominate in the playoffs and go on a big winning streak.
No wonder you knew how to guard De'Aaron Fox. He used to coach them.
Yeah, but again, I feel like Mike Brown was a lot more crucial to the Warriors than I think people give him credit for.
Yeah, he coached the Lakers, but when he coached the Lakers weren't that great of a team, right? Or were they?
And also, I feel like if you're Tom Thibodeau right now, you're punching air right now.
Tom Thibodeau, he just made the players tired, because like
Tibbs.
Yeah, he just made the players think play too much, right? The good thing about the Knicks having depth, you could rest the players, and I think they had the depth last year too. You just relied on the stars too much. I mean, it's a grind in basketball. It's not physical as hockey or football, but it's still a physical game. It's highly physical.
Well, here's the other thing that I say: the Knicks don't win this if Tibbs is the coach.
No, they'll all be too tired.
Because here's the thing. Mike Brown made some very crucial things that Tibbs would never have done. In Game 1 against Cleveland, he took just Josh Hart out and kept Landry Shamet in the game because Landry Shamet was hitting threes. Tibbs would never have done that. Shamet saw barely any minutes with Tibbs as the coach last year. He would never have had made that adjustment in Game 4 of putting Alvarado with Brunson in the game. That changed the pace of the game. I'm trying to think. In some of the other games, like Shamet would not have gotten the big minutes. Like, we really saw Mike Brown trusting his bench in this series.
Yeah.
In these overall playoffs. And
keep the starters fresh.
I like Tibbs as a coach, but I think this will make it tougher for Tibbs to get another coaching job.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this will, because you see a fresher team. Like, I remember last year was Game 6 against Boston. They were beating Boston by 30 points, and Brunson, Mikal Bridges were still in the game, and I'm looking at my Knicks Twitter feed, and everyone's just yelling, "Take him out! What is Tibbs doing? Are we gonna have another Derrick Rose injury?"
I noticed that's a bit of a trend in the NBA. I noticed when it's like the late third quarter, early fourth quarters, they have the starters in for a long time now, longer than they like to do in the past. I hate it. I don't want my players to get hurt.
Neither do I. Like, it's a frustrating thing.
Yeah. Like, I agree. Like, if there's not a lot of time left in the game, there's like no way this team is coming back, why are you keeping your best players and you want them to get hurt? Like, in hockey, now Red knows this. In hockey, right, Red? When a team's killing another team, like 5-0, 4-0, 6-0, Red, and you keep your best players out there because there's shifts in hockey, there's a lot of shifts in hockey. The other team that's losing, they get frustrated, they get pissed off, and they take shots at the star players. They try to start shit up, right, Red?
Yep.
Right? It happens. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't like it. I mean, take him out. I mean, running up the score. I mean, in the playoffs, in a championship game, you kind of have to keep your star player just in case the team does come back, right?
Well, here's the thing. I still have PTSD from 2012, Game 1, Chicago versus Philly, when the Bulls are up by 12 and Derrick Rose is still in the game.
Oh,
And I still have PTSD from that. It haunts me to this day. It's all good now because my new favorite player, Jalen Brunson, won his championship.
mm-hmm.
Although it still breaks my heart that Derrick Rose never did.
Those Bulls team with half of Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler's the backcourt. I could have with Noah, and I think that a veteran Paul Gasol, they could have been something. Those Bulls teams could have been something.
They could have been something. But here's the thing. See, the Bulls failed where the Knicks succeeded after they fired Tibbs.
Yeah.
See, after you fire Tibbs, you should be looking for an experienced coach like a Mike Brown. Instead, they went and got Fred Hoiberg, who was just a mediocre college coach.
Just basically a former Bull.
Yeah, like it was basically like the like an egomaniac move from Gar Forman and John Paxson.
I think Donovan was a good coach, though, but like, is he still coaching the Bulls?
No, he stepped down. He figured. I think new management wanted to keep him on. No, Tiago Splitter is now the coach of the Bulls.
Yeah, he was.
Yo, remember, like Skip Bayless going Tiago Splitter.
Yeah, but Tiago Splitter has championship rings.
Yeah, he won them with the Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, yo, I don't know if you watch like some of Skip Bayless's videos nowadays. Skip, he is treating Wembanyama like the new LeBron.
I mean, he has that kind of talent, right? Like, there's no.
Well, here's the thing: he's calling him victim Wembanyama. He's basically he's criticizing Wemby. Yo, I remember when Skip Bayless used to like. He used to be like the biggest Spurs fan. Now he doesn't like the Spurs. I guess, because his hometown Oklahoma City Thunder team is now a contender, so he's going to be rooting for them.
No, he only liked the Tim Duncan years of the Spurs. After
yeah,
that,
he's based because he kind of revealed that like he's not big on Popovich.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like, here's the thing. He kind of, like, bandwagoned with Kawhi Leonard for a few years.
And he turned on him.
Yeah. He also bandwagoned on Kevin Durant. Then he turned on him.
Yeah.
Remember he used to call Kevin Durant the best player on the planet? Listen, when it's all said and done, LeBron James and Steph Curry are going to be seen as better than Kevin Durant.
The thing is, Durant has that ability to score at will. Like, with his height and all of that, it's just that the guy he's
a bad leader.
Yeah, he's not a leader.
He cannot lead. Listen, LeBron's a leader. Steph is a leader. We saw Brunson has proven he can be a leader. Shai Gilgeous is a leader.
Leaders don't demand trades 3 times or 4 times in their career, you know?
It's just crazy. Yo, also, I'll say this. I think the championships that Brunson won, that Giannis won, that Shai Gilgeous won mean a lot more than the 2 rings that Kevin Durant won in Golden.
Oh, he's a bandwagoner. That's what he won. So we just went on the bandwagon, right? He just had to hop on the Warriors train, right, to get to win that.
Yo, it's like maybe. Well, what super team should I join next?
It's fun because didn't they have to get rid of some like contracts to sign Durant?
Yo, they traded Harrison Barnes away and Andrew Bogut.
Why did those teams agree to those trades? They said, no, we're not going to let you get Durant. Like, they shouldn't even trade for those players, letting Warriors get Durant. That's stupid. Like, no.
Listen, I remember when he demanded a trade out of Brooklyn and wanted to join the Phoenix Suns or the Miami Heat. It's like, wait a minute. You signed with this team. You agreed to team up with Kyrie, and now you want to join the 2 teams that were the top teams in their conferences last year.
Like 2 years, and look what the Suns and look what happened to the Suns.
Yeah. By the way, the Suns actually had a better record without Kevin Durant this past year than they did their last year with Kevin Durant. Yo, it's crazy how Dylan Brooks was a better fit for the team than Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Like, Dylan Brooks looked like an all-star this past season.
I would love the Dylan Brooks on my team. He gets under a player's skin, but he's actually pretty decent too. He actually could play. Like, what's that? He's like an Ashes hair. Red Ashes hair from hockey. It's like a player that gets under, like a Brad Marchand, right? Who can actually produce. It's actually a skill. That's what Dilly Brooks is like, right? Red.
Dylan Brooks is what Lance Stevenson thought he once was.
But yeah, but Dylan Brooks is
Like,
better.
remember Lance Stevenson thought he was all that, and he really wasn't. Dylan Brooks is more all that.
I remember. Like Dylan Brooks was
Like a Patrick Beverly type of
better
player.
Better Beverly though, right? Better Beverly. But remember, like I just remember last year was the blowing of the Bronx ear.
Oh gosh, I remember that. That was the year that the Spurs won the championship.
And his career fell off after that, right? Like
He went to Charlotte because I think Charlotte gave him more money than Indiana, and his career just never went the way that he thought it was going to go.
Yeah, and that Indiana team was like top. Was I think they were like first in East, but there was so much backstage drama. Like who slept with somebody's wife? Like Roy Hibbert.
Oh, Roy Hibbert. I remember when Roy Hibbert, he went from a defensive all-star to the second coming of Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah, he was actually a pretty good center for what he could do. Yeah,
he was on the all-star team a couple of times. Listen, there was competition between him and Joakim Noah for the best like defensive center in the Eastern Conference, because obviously Marc Gasol was the best one. But
yeah,
as far as the East goes, there was actually a debate as to who was the better defensive all-star center, Roy Hibbert or Joakim Noah.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Oh my, I don't know. No, like I kind of brought up how like part of the Knicks pain included that bad Joakim Noah contract from 2016.
Yeah, you know what's funny? A lot of Bulls players when they signed the Knicks, they end up being shit. Like Eddie Curry was bad. I remember that.
Oh gosh, Eddie, don't even listen. That was part of the Stephon Marbury years.
Oh, Stephon Marbury was, and Steve Francis. I remember those Knicks teams.
Oh my goodness.
Off Penny Hardaway.
Isaiah Thomas leading everything.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas was not a good management, man. Not a good management. I don't even think he was a good coach either.
Nah, he was not.
I remember Isaiah Thomas.
I still remember the Phil Jackson days like it was yesterday.
I remember those 2000 Knicks teams. They had even when Patrick Ewing left, they still were pretty decent with like Springwell, Allen Houston.
Yeah.
But then
Jeff Van Gundy coaching.
Yeah, Jeff Gundy was a pretty decent coach.
But Jeff Van Gundy kind of looking like the leader with his head.
Oh yeah.
Is it me or did he kind of look like the leader from Marvel?
He looks nothing like his brother. Steph Van Gundy and Jeff Van Gundy don't even look alike.
Oh my! Stan Van Gundy was quite the coach back in the day.
I think he would. I know they're brothers, but I don't even look like brothers.
They don't even talk like brothers or act like brothers.
No, like one's fat, has some beard and like hair. The other one doesn't. The other one's skinny.
He's short, skinny, and looks like an alien.
You know what I'm surprised? Like Eric Spoelstra is still coaching the Heat. I know he's a good coach, but the Heat haven't really got anywhere with them in the past few years. Like it's time to move on. You don't have a superstar.
Here's the I think he should get Pat. I think he should take over for Pat Riley.
Yeah,
like I think he should do that. But here's the thing. I think it's very possible he's going to coach Team USA in 2028. I think he's going to be one of the front runners.
Oh, 28, right?
Yeah, 28.
Oh yeah, that's Los Angeles. Oh,
well, here's the thing. Like Pat Riley trusts in Eric Spoelstra. The thing is, Pat Riley's weird because he doesn't want to tank. Like he doesn't want to go into full rebuild. He wants to, but he also knows how to get these young players that aren't lottery picks.
Yeah,
that can still make you somewhat relevant.
But
here's the thing:
star.
It's got to be Giannis or bust for I think the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's got. I'm not saying Giannis going to the Heat's gonna get you to the NBA Finals because you need more than just Giannis and Bam Adebayo. Mm-hmm. And even if let's say like you manage to keep, like even if you keep Tyler Hero, like you still need more than that.
Yeah. Yep. Like, and you probably have to give up a Tyler Hero.
Yeah, but I'm saying even if you manage to keep him, you need more than that.
Hmm. And the thing with Giannis, you need shooters for Giannis because Giannis is not. I mean, he can score at will, but he's not a good shooter. I mean, he can get
Yeah,
inside. The thing
and,
is,
and that's kind of why, like, if I'm the Heat, like, do I really want to give Tyler Hero for Giannis? Because Hero, I think, can fit pretty well with Giannis.
sure, because he can shoot. The thing is with Giannis is his injuries. It's going to affect his athleticism going inside. He's going to have to learn to be a shooter more, be more consistent shooter, right? Because athleticism, when that goes away, when that starts to decline, it's going to be harder for him to go inside. I know he's strong, but it's a speed gain to inside, right? To beat slower defenders. That's as you get older and injuries accumulate, it's harder. It's harder. Like, is he a freak like LeBron James? Because LeBron James can still kind of do it. And Michael Jordan kind of did it. Michael Jordan, even though he wasn't a 30-point player, but Michael Jordan at like 38, 39 scored like 20 points, even though that's with Washington.
Well, here's the thing. LeBron James does so well of taking care of his body.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature.
Like he has taken care of his body so well. He's the most durable player. Like, look, to me, he's after Michael Jordan, the second best player of all time.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, it's crazy that Skip Bayless has Michael Jordan at number 9 on his list. Yeah,
Skip Bayless is an idiot.
That's rage bait.
You want to hear Skip? You want to know Skip Bayless's list? I know this from heart. So after Michael, it's Magic Johnson. Okay, I got Magic as number 4 on my list, but then he put Shaq as number 3. I'm like, wait a minute, you have Shaq ahead of LeBron and Kareem? That's crazy. So then he has Kareem at number 4. To me, Kareem is number 3. I have no problem if you put Kareem at number 2 because Kareem has a lot of accolades, as well. So it's like, to me, the only 2 players you should really rank above LeBron are Michael and Kareem. Like, those are the only 2 players that I can see realistically being ranked higher above LeBron.
I can put Kobe in my top 5, maybe, because Kobe was that damn good.
I have Kobe as number 5 on my list.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, yeah, I'll be the number 9. He has, like, Tim Duncan as top 10. Tim Duncan is not a top 10 player.
He has Tim Duncan at number 5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's not a top. I mean, Tim Duncan is a Hall of Famer. He's a damn good player, but he's not a top 10 player.
He's got Bill Russell at number 6. He's got Kobe at number 7. He's got Larry Bird at number 8.
I'm sorry, but as much as Bill Russell has won over his years, look at the era he's played in.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness, like, yo, he had probably the biggest super team of them all.
Like, LeBron at number 9.
Oh my gosh, like, to me, this is kind of my top 10. I've got Michael at number 1. I got LeBron at number 2. I got Kareem at number 3. I put Magic at number 4. I have Kobe at number 5. 6, I do have Tim Duncan at number 6 because, like, him and Kobe do have, like, the same amount of championship rings. I think Kobe he's just a better all around player than Tim Duncan, but I look at Tim Duncan's defense and leadership. Number 7, I will put Bill Russell at number 7. But then at number 8, this is going to be a surprise. I got Steph Curry at number 8. I got him higher than Larry Bird because Steph Curry's a better shooter than Larry Bird. He's got more championships. He's more durable. Then I got Larry Bird at 9, and then I'll put Shaq at 10. I can't put Shaq at number 5. I'm sorry. Shaq, as great as he is, Shaq let himself go.
Oh,
Shaq? He did not take good care of himself.
Shaq in his Orlando and early Laker years, he was a beast. But
yeah, he was.
The thing is, the one thing I know he's won rings. The one thing you need to win championships at the end of the game is free throw. So you don't want Shaq up there. That's what. Like, here's the thing with Shaq. Shaq, I can easily see being kicked out of the top 10 because I think now there's a lot more talented centers than Shaq ever was. Like, yeah, Jokic, Ramby is up there. Like, Jokic, Shaq has a better defense, but Jokic is a lot more skilled. Like Shaq ever was. Like, I think Jokic can easily one day, if he has more rings, could be a top 10 center. because just of all around skill set and all that. And Wemby definitely, I think Wemby has the potential to be a top 10 center because he can do everything Shaq can, but the offensive game too. Is that Wemby just needs to grow up and be mature. And Shaq, I know he's one range. Sometimes he can be immature, right? But he's a guy who likes to have fun, though. But you're right, George, because that's the thing with Kobe. Kobe likes to be serious, and Shaq wasn't. That's where their beef, right? That's where they have issues with each other. Because those Lakers teams could have probably done more if Shaq and Kobe stayed together.
But like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I remember back in 2015, the Lakers were horrible, and like Kobe was on Jimmy Kimmel, and I guess they were celebrating a victory, and they were embarrassing themselves. The Lakers. It was like Nick Young, Carlos Boozer,
Yeah.
Jordan Hill. Like, good lord, this was a Lakers roster at one point.
And Kobe retired when the Lakers are shit.
Kobe looked so pissed off and broken inside. It's like, yo, the minute I'm away from the team, they act like fools.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna wait for like Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. Who's the other one? Kuzma to like, get in the prime. Like Kobe, it's like F that. I'm retiring.
Oh my goodness. Yo, honestly, I made an interesting comparison in my Disclosure Day review yesterday to like the Knicks and Spurs series.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of was like, the positives of Disclosure Day were the Spurs and the negatives were the Knicks. Because the movie ultimately ended with a Knick victory when it had a lackluster ending.
Yeah.
Like that was basically the Knicks victory right there. And it's funny because Wembanyama is supposed to be the alien.
Yeah, he is like an alien because humans like that.
Did any of you guys see Disclosure Day, by the way?
I have. Yeah.
I didn't.
What did you think of it, Aaron? Because
Me?
I thought it was just okay. Yeah.
The thing about Disclosure Day was, I know Blinded hated it. I didn't.
He didn't like it.
I didn't hate it, but I thought the movie was some parts was like too damn boring.
Yeah.
And I thought like the story kind of fell apart. All right, like the story is like sometimes. Obviously we know what the story is, and the idea that the government's covering up aliens, right? I mean, you don't need to see the movie to know that. but it's how they execute it. Like, okay, then like the aliens, the design of aliens. I'm like, well, we've seen these aliens designed before. The classic buggy-eyed, big-headed aliens. Come on, do something original with aliens, please. I know they're supposed to represent the Greys. Also, this movie was in the wrong time. Taken in the wrong time. Like I said to Blind on the stream, that this movie should have been out like in the 90s or the early 2000s. Because in real life, like what's happening now with all these so-called of leaks of government officials saying UFOs releases this. Can you imagine if you release this movie in the 90s or early 2000s, and then all this comes out now in real life? That would have been something. Also, this movie is, it's like it's nothing really special about this movie. There's nothing that really made you go that stand out from this movie. Okay, aliens is this. People are shocked to see they know the aliens exist. Oh, back in the back, there's a World War III. There has to be a war about to start to happen for this to happen. I'm like, do you really need that? Like, okay, to get their mind off World War III? What's the point of this? Reveal aliens is going to prevent World War III? Like, I don't. It's
it's like I feel like Spielberg had an interesting concept that could have probably been executed better. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't think Spielberg is past his prime because it's a good-looking movie. And here's the thing: when you get David Koepp writing your script, your story, it's like David Koepp is really hit or miss. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sorry, he's very hit or miss. He did Jurassic World Rebirth last year, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So like, because here's the thing, like I know Spielberg hasn't really done much blockbuster movies, but like he still can make quality movies. Like The Fablemans and West Side Story were quality movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying Spielberg's got to retire. And look, I'm not saying Spielberg, this ruins Spielberg for me, because Spielberg is still the king of summer blockbusters. He's still the goat of filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even though like I expected more from this movie, I didn't think it was Spielberg's worst. I still enjoyed some of the things in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say, if I'm that director from Obsession, I gotta feel pretty good about myself that my movie's being more well received than Spielberg's movie.
I mean,
Yo,
Spielberg, the Disclosure Day is actually making money. It's doing
I'm glad. It's good that it's making money.
Yeah, Disclosure Day. You're right about Disclosure Day.
It still shows that
Obsession.
Spielberg is still a bankable name. Like in my opinion, I think Spielberg and Nolan are probably the two most bankable director names.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like if you hear Steven Spielberg or Christopher Nolan attached to a movie, I think people will still go see it.
Yeah, I know Nolan for sure. Nolan for sure. I know that. I know honestly. I think pre-sales are doing well.
Yeah, it's doing very well. Oh, by the way, the Spider-Man tickets are tomorrow.
Yep.
And the second trailer.
Yep.
See,
tomorrow.
like I could have done this stream tomorrow, but what happened was like I'm going away in a couple days, so it's like I don't want to like be up all night to like do the stream because I gotta get up early.
Yeah, I understand.
But from what I've heard, like based on like the unfinished leaks, it looks like we're gonna see Spider-Man versus Hulk action in this trailer. I could be wrong.
Well, I've made a video with the Hulk leak picture, so yeah, you're right. You're right though, George. It's gonna happen. You're right though.
I'm excited to see it.
So
I'm gonna be honest. I think
I'm
anticipating brand new Day in Doomsday.
Do you see the Doomsday leak?
Oh, I never saw it. What was it like? I heard that it got deleted because apparently it was real.
It was real. It was quickly deleted, but I saw it. It was the Avengers, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Forever, taking on the Sentinels, and Doctor Doom was there too. So Doctor Doom.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Oh my! Wow, that's just crazy. Yo, I wonder who this. Yo, Marvel and Sony. I'm sorry, both these companies need to get better security.
So, yeah.
Like, first of all, why are our unfinished Spider-Man trailers getting leaked out? This happened with No Way Home 5 years ago.
The grassy thinks. You know how Disney laid off some Marvel like VFX CGI artists or things like that?
You think it was bitter employees?
Degrassi kind of told me you might think like it's that because of that. Like I'm it's not out of the realm of possibility, right? But yeah, that's what he told me. Bitter employees.
Oh my gosh. Yo, like
that's not gonna sabotage the movie. That's just gonna make people want to see it more. So it's gonna help Marvel, Disney, and Sony, right?
I just wonder, are we gonna finally figure out who Sadie Sink is playing before this movie comes out?
I think she's Jean Grey now. I'm been convinced for a while she's Jean Grey.
Because here's the thing, they were showing like those figure bag clips, like those keychain figures.
Mm-hmm.
So they showed one of her, but they don't have a name for her. They have names for all the other characters.
I heard that was fake. That one.
Oh, it was fake. Oh,
yeah, it might have been.
I actually really want those figure bag clips because I collect those.
Mm-hmm.
I really want them. Like for Spider-Man, I only got Miles Morales in Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah,
because it was from like the Across the Spider-Verse, I think.
All I know is that the Funkos that came out are just two Spider-Mans. No, a couple Spider-Mans in the Hulk. Because I have.
Yeah, they're in store so far. I didn't buy them. I bought like Supergirl and I got Lobo because. I got Jalen Brunson. I got Big Body Brunson as a Funko Pop now.
And yeah, I saw, but yeah, And I got the one of the Lego sets from Brand New Day. It's
Yeah.
not the one with the Hawk. It's a prison
Uh,
transport. It has Tombstone and Tarantula in it.
the
So
and the Supergirl Funko that I got, it's got crypto with it as
yeah,
well.
I have that one too. Yeah, I can't wait for the Doomsday Funko. I may get the Doctor Doom Hasbro figure. It looks so damn good.
Yo, I want to get both the Hasbro Doom, and I want to get the Funko.
I
Like,
know
here's
Brad's probably laughing at us. Okay, toys.
he's probably thinking we're nerds.
No,
Oh,
I just don't
man.
like Funkos themselves. I prefer U2s.
Mm.
Yeah. Yo, Aaron, did you see Masters of the Universe?
Yeah. Love
What did you
it.
think of that one? Like, I actually enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really
It's-
good.
I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
It was like a corny fun.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed it's not doing well at the box office.
Yeah, I mean, I think people should see it. I mean, they can see it on Amazon, but I think it'll do well on Amazon. But the movie was fun overall. It made me laugh. Obviously, there was it was funny stuff. Overall, it was a solid film. I mean,
Yeah, like I thought it was a fun movie. Like, first of all, Travis Knight does a very good job of honoring source material because Bumblebee was a very good movie.
the way I saw. This is how I want the Fifth Floor movie. I want Travis Knight to direct a Fifth Floor movie. If he could do what he could do with Masters of the Universe, he could do that with Thor.
Yo, I see some people comparing this to like Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, this is He-Man in a nutshell. He's not copying from Marvel.
I think this is better than Thor Ragnarok.
It's definitely like times better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, this is actually a good movie. Thor: Love and Thunder was trash.
And I, as much as I dislike Jared Leto, I thought Jared Leto did a great job as Skeletor.
Yeah, I mean,
And he
Jared
looked
Leto
great
was
as
not a problem.
Skeletor.
Yeah, he didn't. He was not a problem.
I think the team was like, you know what? Let's hide Jared Leto so badly. Let's make him the perfect looking Skeletor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Degrassi's here.
It still seems a bridge too far for Jean Grey, but whatever. Just because I don't get it doesn't mean it can't work. I mean, of all mutants in all places, why?
That's a question I have, Degrassi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I'm trying to figure out for a while too. I mean, like, you know me, Degrassi. You know I've been saying on the stream. Why would she be in this movie?
Like, because here's the thing, a lot's happening in this movie. We got Spider-Man, we got classic Spider-Man villains like Boomerang and Tarantula. We got Tombstone, we got Punisher, we got Hulk,
Scorpion.
Like we got all this stuff happening, and it's like, let's throw Jean Grey in the mix of the Hulk and the Punisher.
Yeah, like what's a Punisher involved in this? Like, why?
Well, here's the thing, though. It makes more sense for the Punisher because it's in New York City. This is supposed to be a more grounded movie. Like, I would think Punisher and Spider-Man are going to cross paths during this 4-year gap between No Way Home and Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Like, Hulk, it also makes sense. Like, I assume Hulk's a college professor at this point.
Either that or it's a guest lecturer or something like that.
Yeah. But whatever. Like, it makes sense for the Hulk to be in it because Hulk's been in previous Marvel stuff.
Well, because the picture I saw of the Hawk, leaked picture of the Hawk, who's wearing a blue shirt and a brown shorts. That's exactly on the Funko. That's exactly
God.
the Funko.
I hope it's not Professor Hulk crap.
It's
again.
not. It's Savage
Oh,
Hawk.
thank God. Thank God.
It's not Greyhawk. I can confirm to you guys. There's rumor about him being Greyhawk. He's not Greyhawk.
He's Savage Hulk.
Yeah. Yes.
Yo, because if he's doing Hulkana in diners in New York City still, I would be fuming out. Seriously, it's like him going, yo, Hulkana, time travel, am I right?
Yeah, I think I cracked it though. I think I cracked which version of Hulk it is.
Which one is that, Red?
It isn't just Gray Hulk, it is specifically Joe Fixit. That's who I think it is.
I reasonably assume that they say goodbye to the Legacy X-Men before we get new ones. Can't leave them at their best with Bryan Singer.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why would they do Jean Grey in this movie when they're kind of having the original X Men and other X Men characters in Doomsday? It doesn't really make sense. Like,
I wonder if this is like their way of trying to begin the transition of new X-Men.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could do it with this. You could do that with Secret Wars, right? You could end in Secret Wars. You got the new, fresh new
Well, here's the thing.
X-Men.
She's supposed to be in Secret Wars too.
Yeah. Well, if you don't, if you know that one of the writers talked about X Men today.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a discussion film. I could find it for you.
Yeah, if you can find it, that'd be neat.
Talked about X Men, the reboot. I guess is it calling it now? Where is it? Oh no, that's not it.
Well, also, I have to laugh because it's like I already hear people showing fan theories saying, "Oh, Jean Grey's gonna make MJ and Ned remember Peter, and No Way Home's ending's been ruined." Blah. I'm like, I mean, he's already gone 4 years without them. Like, how much more should Peter Parker suffer?
So I found
like we've had this discussion before, Aaron. There is a weird. I think we've had this discussion. There is this weird obsession that Spider-Man fans have with wanting to see Peter Parker suffer.
yeah,
It's like a torture corn thing.
trying to make him Batman, have him be miserable and depressed all the time.
Like I know Spider-Man doesn't have the best of luck, but he's not like 100% alone. Like he still has a social life as Peter Parker.
Yeah, he actually wants to go out and do stuff. He's not,
Like,
he's not Batman.
Like people forget in the comics, he was hanging out with Harry Osborn, Liz Allen.
Yeah, like
Flash
people,
Thompson became friends. He was hanging out with Flash Thompson.
people stop making him Batman. Batman rather be in a Batcave than at a gala or
Man, Spider-Man One More Day really messed up Spider-Man because they wanted to take away Spider-Man's marriage.
well, to be honest with you, Degrassi, almost all heroes suffer.
But it's like they want Peter Parker to suffer in the worst possible way.
I mean, Batman did say in a comic, referring to like a relationship between Batgirl and maybe, but I don't know, Jason Todd or somebody else, that basically being a hero, being a superhero, you're basically sacrificing basically a personal life, things like that, and you're basically sacrificing your happiness, stuff like that. That's the thing about being a hero, right? So that's what Batman said.
Superman makes it so easy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But even Superman has it hard at times. So
Superman has a unique ability that nobody seems to figure out, that he can make people not real. He can make people know that he's not Clark Kent. Those glasses, he must have like some sort of power, because how can you not tell he's not Clark Kent? I mean,
yo, like not even like. Well, I mean, Snyder Lex Luthor did, but
Clark. Yeah, I mean, like even in the comics or in the shows, I know Clark Kent is not a big time celebrity, but this is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor knows who Clark Kent is, right?
yo, I was talking about it before he came on. Supergirl's box office isn't going to look too good.
Nope.
It's a shame because it looks like it could be a good movie.
It's coming out the wrong time. But
Yeah, like in between Toy Story 5 and Minions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the box office animated juggernauts are going to destroy Supergirl. Although I have to laugh, there's like a group of like old dudes that are like making fun of the Supergirl actress's looks.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like, yo, first of all, you guys are old enough to be her dad. Like, why are you guys making creepy comments about her looks? Second of all, you guys don't look too good yourselves. I guarantee you guys are like old, crusty looking dudes.
EDS. I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Heels versus babyface.
Oh, heel versus babyface. That closet guy, he's in the closet. I know he is.
I mean, good lord. Millie Alcock still looks better than Ranting with Vengeance.
Randy Evangelist looks like Edward Nygma when he gets bullied. You know, like
Oh my gosh, we found the new Riddler.
he reminds me. He reminds me of the. He does look like the Riddler. You know, he'd be like the modern version of Riddler. He's always ranting on YouTube and the way he looks. You know,
It's like, why did they make Spider-Man woke? I hate what they did with Spider-Man. Good Lord, Wolverine has become woke.
yeah,
These video games are woke.
yeah. Maybe he said that about Wolverine when like they think I don't know when like.
Oh my gosh, like that was everyone at the planet, and Superman knows he's Superman. So does Lex.
I don't know.
Well, I remember like Lex was saying, like, when he had Superman in like that prison, he was like, now I gotta find the reporter, and he's talking about Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he doesn't know yet. I have a feeling he might know in Man of Tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe.
I'm looking forward to next year. Next year is going to be a big year for DC with the Batman Part 2, which the logo finally came out. Yo, speaking of Batman Part 2, what the heck is going on with this Sebastian Stan thing?
I don't know.
Who the hell is he playing? Like,
I don't think I still think he's playing Two-Face.
Like, 1 minute they say he's playing Harvey Dent, now he's playing Victor Zaz. Now they're trying to say
I don't believe that.
Brian Tyree Henry's going to be playing Two-Face. It's like, okay, what are we doing? Are we going to do what we couldn't do with Billy D. Williams in the 80s and 90s? No, because remember, like Tim Burton was going to do that, make Billy D. Williams Two-Face, which I think he would have been a better Two-Face than Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones? You mean Joker Face? Because he was basically the
Yeah, that's what he was.
He was a Joker.
Oh
Joker
my
Face.
goodness! Like, we have entered the post.
You could tell Tommy Lee Jones. You could tell he did not care for that movie. That's why his acting in Two-Face is so over the top. You could tell like he did not care. He did not care.
We have entered the post-box office era. Movies are only born in theaters; they live on later. Okay, I kind of understand what Degrassi's getting at.
Yeah, Supergirl. The thing with Supergirl is coming out between two big movies in Minions and Toy Story. Right in between those, right? The week before is Toy Story. This week, and then Minions the week after. So it's not really particularly a good spot for Supergirl. And we have been seeing like big IP movies like Mando and He-Man, Masters of the Universe, not doing well. So
Well, I think in the case of Masters of the Universe, I even though I grew up on it, it's not as popular with kids today.
there's actually been research on that. That's actually been proven true.
And also here's another thing. Even though the movie I heard was horrible, I didn't see it. It's coming out the same weekend as Scary Movie, and at a time when horror movies are like the trend and doing well, I think more people were going to see Scary Movie than Masters of the Universe.
That's to me, that's the advantage Clayface has over Supergirl. I know it's a smaller budget, but Clayface does have the advantage. The resurgence of horror, Clayface has that, and it's as a pro, not a con.
As far as like Mandalorian goes, I mean, look, the Star Wars doesn't know what Star Wars wants anymore.
No.
I feel like Star Wars fans don't know what they want. It's like, I feel like Mandalorian. The movie would have worked better if it was just 4 episodes of season 4.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a show.
Like that's what it was. And it's like after almost 7 years of waiting for them to finally give us a Star Wars movie after Rise of Skywalker, this was the best they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've said it before, Lucasfilm is basically like what DC was before James Gunn took over. You're announcing a lot of stuff that never happens, and you see what sticks to the wall, and you half-ass it.
And they're like hiring A-list directors that are not doing anything because they don't know what they're doing at Lucasfilms.
Like, here's the thing: you try bringing in Patty Jenkins to do something, you never go through with it. You hire James Mangold. When are you gonna get that project? Like, what's going on with like? Are you still doing a project with Ray? You know, you had a cool idea about like Ben Solo that you never follow through with.
Yeah.
What's like? You still never did anything with this Dave Filoni project that you announced. Like all these things they announced before the Mandalorian movie was announced, they've never gotten into pre-production.
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating. Supergirl will be fine, same as Masters of the Universe. Theatrical engagements are loss leaders. And the average Star Wars viewer has been trained to watch Star Wars on TV while being told to hate it, even if they like it.
I mean, yeah.
You know, that's the thing. Like this, I mean, I don't know what Star Wars fans want anymore. I really don't, because it's like you either gotta hate it or you gotta love it and defend it to death.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, you know, the Phantom Menace, they really groomed people into hating anything Star Wars that's new.
That's true.
Like it's basically like, oh, you like Star Wars? Well, you like identity politics. You're woke. You're an SJW. You're against geeks and gamers. Like, oh my goodness. You got to be like the cool kids from Geeks and Lamers. I mean, Geeks and Gamers. You got to be like Overlord DVD Doomcock. If you're not part of the cool kids club, then you got to hate modern cinema.
Modern cinema. That's actually funny.
Well, that's basically what it is. It's like if you watch like a Phantom Menace video or Geeks video, you have to follow the rules of calling something woke, hating it, saying like modern cinema stinks unless it's a certain movie. It's like, oh, we can be cool with Dune. We can be cool with Denis Villeneuve. We can be cool with this certain MCU movie because it's got Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire in it.
Yeah, Degrassi.
That's basically it. Most of the haters are dopes, blinded by their misplaced love of non-canon Legends material.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's another thing. I've said this even before I had a YouTube channel. This all started with The Last Jedi when people were butthurt that their fan theories did not come true. No, it's true. Like they were so butthurt that their theories of Rey being Luke's daughter or being related to Obi-Wan Kenobi never happened. Their theories of Snoke never happened. It's just like, and now apparently somehow Palpatine has returned has become a trigger word.
Mm-hmm.
It's become triggering. Somehow Palpatine has returned. It's like I'm already bracing for people to say for Doomsday, somehow
Iron Man
Steve Rogers has returned.
Steve Rogers, Iron Man, or
for the X-Men, somehow Professor X has returned. Because how many times has Professor X died in these X-Men Marvel movies? He died in X-Men: The Last Stand. He died in Logan.
Yeah.
He died in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
You know it's gonna be funny. You know what's funny? You know when you saw Ant-Man with all the character variants, which I was seeing with the Xavier variants.
It's like somehow Kang has returned. Somehow this has happened. Somehow Magneto has returned.
I don't think Magneto ever died, though.
That's true. That's true. But it's like somehow Mystique is a mutant again.
Oh yeah.
Because remember, she lost her mutant powers in the last stand.
Yes, she did.
Somehow Scott has returned.
No, it may not be the ones from the it might be different. It might be
that's true. Well, you know, I think I mentioned this in the last stream you were on with me, or I wanted to mention it. It was like apparently people are trying to tie in the Days of Future Past ending with the Endgame ending, where it's like, you know, they end in 2023.
Oh.
It's like they want to make that connection.
So when because that movie had like some random mutants that they had like Blink. Who was Blink? They had they have Psylocke. I don't know who else. It's like random. Like they had Rogue. Didn't they have like a version of Bishop in it? Like.
Oh yeah, I remember. I know they had Bishop. McAvoy and Fassbender for Secret Wars would be great. I mean, he basically gave up that he was going to destroy New Jersey. Magneto.
Yeah. Westview is in New Jersey.
It's like I'm kind of, I would laugh if like Magneto does that thing where it's like, I'm gonna betray everyone from the Avengers and the X-Men to Doom and do my own thing, and it's like, oh boy, here we go. And Patrick Stewart as Professor X is like, oh, here we go again, Eric. it's like he's gonna pull that stick and just like betray everyone again and be like, Charles, I'm gonna kill Dune and take over the universe. These Avengers are gonna kill all mutants. We can't let them. We can't let the Fantastic Four either. Do we want a Norse god telling us what to do, Charles? Like, do we want a guy that shrinks and gets big, bully us? Do we want a rock guy beating us down? Do we want a tribe of people that yell Wakanda forever to overthrow us?
There would be like, we got mutants to do that already. We got mutants to do those powers. We got Xavier would be like, Pyro's on your team. He shoots fire. He's talking about like Magneto with reference, that voice. Do you want some guy who turns on fire and fly to with his Fantastic Four buddies, Fantastic Four team, oppress us? And Xavier would be like, points to Pyro.
It's like, do we want suits of armor bullying us and dictating us? It's like, oh my goodness.
Do you want a Norse god who has electricity, who can use thunder and lightning to control us?
Do you want guys with spider powers and wizards?
Yeah.
Wait until they see a talking raccoon. Oh my! Or the giant green monster that goes Hulk smash. Oh my goodness. And I'm just imagining Yelena's like in the background going, does he always give dramatic speeches? And like Sam Wilson being like, this is some like Malcolm X levels crap going on here. Like, because technically speaking, like Magneto is basically the mutant version of Malcolm X.
Oh.
Like I feel like that's kind of how he's always been seen.
Dr. Doom could like try to convince Magneto to join him. He could be like, your people and my people, we were once being killed and slaughtered for what we are. Because like in the Holocaust, right? Like Magneto was part of the Holocaust, and also and also like the Germans, the Nazis ran after like um, Doom's people too. I think they went after the Wamis, right? Doom's people,
Yeah,
awesome,
I think so. Yeah.
right?
Oh my! You know what? I just thought of like a dumb theory that I'm waiting for someone to throw out there. When if Steve Rogers shares any screen time with Magneto, for someone to for people thinking Magneto will be like Captain Rogers,
You know what I want?
and him saying, "Oh, he liberated my camp." It's
I
like
want I want Doctor Doom to actually like when he meets Steve Rogers, I want Doctor Doom to actually kind of like deep down respect him because
I'm waiting for someone to say, "Oh, Magneto's gonna recognize Steve Rogers as the guy that freed him during World War II." I'm like, good lord, someone's gonna throw that stupid theory out there.
I want Doom to kind of respect Steve Rogers to be like because Steve Rogers obviously fought against Hydra, the Nazis, and Doctor Doom's people were also victims of the Nazis.
Yo, I think I might have mentioned this theory. I don't know. I remember when No Way Home came out, and it was like right around the time, and people were putting out bizarre stuff on Twitter, and they were saying that like Ned's Nona in another universe was the little girl that Spider-Man saved in Spider-Man 2, like Peter Parker saved. Because they both happened to be like Asian descent. And I'm like, what kind of theory, what kind of drugs did you take to come up
It
with this?
wasn't Spider-Man to an Asian woman saying Spider-Man?
Oh my gosh, I remember that scene.
Is she related to Dead too?
It's like, but no, they literally thought that this little girl in 2004 would be Ned's Nona years later. I'm like, this girl's younger than me. Like, what the heck? Like, you really like what kind? And that's why she's waving to him, because she recognizes him from another. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What kind of drugs were you taking?
She somehow stumbled into the 616 universe,
And she grew old.
Yeah, randomly stumbled. No, she randomly stumbled to the 616 universe and had a life there. You know, when if he became Dad's aunt, if she became Dad's aunt, wouldn't her sister have to come into that universe?
Oh my god! This is why some fans should not be on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot be on Twitter for this stuff. I'm sorry, it's just good lord. Like,
it is stupid.
I'm already imagining some fans trying to come up with some kind of movie plot for this New York Knicks run.
We know what happened.
They're gonna want to make a movie of this to try to figure out who's gonna play Jalen Brunson and all this stuff.
Oh, Red and me knows how the Knicks won, right? Where we know how they won.
Yeah, they won because the Spurs.
No,
they choked on
Stanhausen.
What is it? No, wrong. It wasn't Danhausen.
Well, here's the thing. Apparently, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know if it was before or after Game 7, showed the Spurs teammates the movie Obsession, like the new horror movie.
Maybe that was a good idea, huh?
Oh my god, yo! What if Wembanyama? Because the plot of the movie is the guy makes a wish for the girl to love him, and it goes wrong. What if Victor Wembanyama got one of those wish sticks from Obsession and made a wish, and the wish was, I wish I can be in the NBA Finals.
Oh, and it backfired.
And he made the wish, and it backfired because he wasn't supposed to make it. So that's why they lost. Or like the wish was, I wish I can be up double digits against the Knicks.
Lose it.
Yeah, double digits doesn't mean you're gonna win. Yeah, idiot. Yo,
Obsession. Oh my god.
Yo, why would you take them to go see that movie, your teammates?
just before the finals. Put that mental image in their brain, huh? Can you imagine? If
Oof.
you're like, can you imagine if you're like a sports athlete and you're in a movie theater watching a movie with and you have to have your phone, and all of a sudden you get like a notification or a call, and it's like a GM telling you you've been traded? What would you do? Would you leave the theater or just stay?
Yo, my
I'd stay. I'd be like, oh, I'll get you.
Oh,
It's like, all right, I'm watching Avengers Doomsday. I'm not leaving the theater yet.
it's like, yeah, I'm not packing my bags yet. I'm going to see Doomsday. It's like, yo, you're gonna get traded to go play with LeBron James. Yo, Doomsday's more important than playing with LeBron right now.
Don't bother getting me don't get me plane tickets to the city I'm going to play in. I'm just gonna continue watching.
Oh wow, Degrassi's been a Knicks fan since Patrick Ewing was in The Exorcist Part 3.
The Harlem Globetrotters. My God.
Oh my god, yo, there were times where the Knicks looked like the Harlem Globetrotters against like certain teams. Whoop, doop, doo, 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 doo.
I think the Clippers for the I think the Clippers were the victims of playing the Harlem Globetrotters all the time because that's how bad their franchise was.
Oh god, yo, the Clippers are always the Clippers are the Clippers.
Are they like the worst franchise of all time? I mean,
Yo, here's the thing, I have to laugh. So the Clippers, they went all in on getting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George to compete for a championship like back in 2019. So this is what happened. The Lakers won the next year because they gave up a 3-1 lead against the Nuggets.
yeah.
The next year, Kawhi gets hurt. They lose in the conference finals to the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, hadn't been in the playoffs since 2010 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
They've only begun to compete. The next year, they missed the playoffs because Paul George is hurt most of the year. Kawhi's still hurt. So the Warriors win. The next year, they lose in the first round to Kevin Durant's Phoenix Suns. Denver wins. The next year, they lose in the first round to Luka's Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, they lose to the Denver Nuggets, and this year they don't make it. Meanwhile, teams that were not competing for as long, like the Knicks, won the championship. The Nuggets won the championship.
Oh yeah, and Thunder.
The Thunder. Yo, the Thunder really won that trade.
I mean, the Thunder is the Clippers are the reason why the Thunder is this good.
Oh, yo, Jalen Williams was technically a Clippers draft pick.
Did the Steve Ballmer get a ring for the Thunder championship for getting SGA? He should have got the ring.
Did Paul George get a ring for wanting to get?
Oh yeah, him too. Oh yeah, he used to play for the Thunder also. Yeah, you should get a ring for that too, man. You should get a ring.
We are the champion, my friend. Oh my gosh. Yo, the Thunder and the Spurs are gonna dominate the West for the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
It's gonna be very interesting.
They're gonna destroy each other, man.
Not if De'Aaron Fox is still on the Spurs.
Oh gosh. No one's gonna want that contract. That's the thing. I can't think of any same person that says, yeah, we'll take De'Aaron Fox after the way he played.
Man, did he sign a new contract with Spurs, or was that with Sacramento? Matt?
He signed a new contract with who?
Did he sign that contract with Sacramento and the Spurs traded for him when he had under that contract, or did he sign a new extension?
No, wasn't it? I thought it was a sign and trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was like a trade that turned into a contract extension.
Okay.
Because he was traded midway through last season.
Yeah. That's Sacramento. My God, Sacramento, they haven't been good.
Sacramento, they fired the head coach that won the Knicks the first championship in 50 years.
Sacramento hasn't been good since the Chris Webber, Patrick Stojakovic days. That's like 20 years ago, man. Like 20, 25 years ago. Sacramento's been shit for like 2 decades. So, my God. Actually worse than the Clippers, because the Clippers actually have some good teams. Oh, my.
Yo, at least the Clippers for a good chunk have been consistently in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Sacramento gonna Sacramento.
those Sacramento teams in the early 2000s. If it wasn't for the Lakers, I think they would have won a few championships.
You know what they should do for the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie after Brand New Day? They need to have the Knicks in there. Let's put in Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Carl
Red.
Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and
They
Mikal Bridges.
Danhausen, Danhausen should be in a Marvel movie.
And there should be a clip where like Spider-Man, like a Knicks game gets interrupted because a villain's attacking, and Spider-Man's like, "Yo, Big Body Brunson, love the ring."
Tom Holland? Oh,
Yeah, Tom Holland. Yo, Timothy Chalamet is such a diehard Knicks fan.
He's from New York, right? So
Yeah. Go New York, go New York, go New York.
at least Knicks fans and New York fans are real, unlike LA fans.
Yo, Laker fans are so weird.
Los Angeles fans?
Yo,
Yeah.
Most of the celebrities that go to the Laker games, if they're most of them are not from LA, like where they're born, right? So when their team they cheer for growing up comes to town, they don't wear the Laker jersey anymore. They cheer for their team they grow up watching and loving first. So, right? So like it's fakest. The Lakers have bandwagon fans, like fake fans. That's LA for you. LA is a fake city. If you really think about it, it's very fake. New York isn't. New York
Dude, just look at the Rams, for example. How many Rams fans were in California when they were in St. Louis?
None. Here's the thing,
they were all either Charger fans or they were either Raiders fans or 49ers fans. As soon as the Rams came back to LA, there's a bunch of new Rams fans out of nowhere. That's what is very fishy to me.
And the thing is, they barely sell for Charger games, right? Like they struggle with Charger games, don't they?
Well, because they're not even supposed to be in LA. They're supposed to be in San Diego.
I mean, yeah.
But
look, that's true.
I'm still waiting for the Seattle SuperSonics to one day come back to Seattle.
Oh, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. I know Red's looking forward to that.
Yeah, the NBA expansion.
Vegas.
So I could be a basketball fan again.
Well, I heard that if because of this expansion, there's gonna have two Western Conference teams that are the closest to the East are gonna have to go to the Eastern Conference.
It might be Minnesota or
It'll be It's gonna be Minnesota for sure.
Yeah. Well, if I'm Anthony Edwards, I better pray that because you got a better shot of getting to the finals in the East than you do in the West.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Anthony Edwards and I want to stay with Minnesota, I'd be praying that Minnesota goes to the East.
Memphis should move to the East. Tennessee's the Eastern
yeah,
state.
I never understood that.
No, Minnesota should be. Yeah, Minnesota should have first priority over any other team.
In hockey, Chicago's in the West, and in basketball, Chicago's in the East.
That's what shocks me. That Chicago is not in the East.
You want to know something?
When Columbus and Detroit moved to the
East, used to be in the West.
Chicago go. Yeah.
Detroit and Columbus used to be in the West, and then they moved to the East. I don't know how far back, because remember those Stanley Cups, Detroit and Pittsburgh back in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. They're both the Eastern teams now, right? But I think it's because Vegas came in, so they had to move one of the teams to the East, right? Detroit, Detroit is the Eastern. Well, you know something? The Toronto Maple Leafs were in the Western Conference for the longest time because when the original six started in hockey, right? It was Toronto, Detroit, Chicago were more West than Boston, New York, and Montreal, right? Geography, right? So Toronto was always in the as the NHL expanded. Toronto was always in the Western Conference until the late 90s when they moved to the East because obviously more teams came in, especially the U.S. exploded with expansion teams in the West.
Mhm.
You know, like Dallas, San Jose, Anaheim, you know, things like that, right?
Mhm.
Right, LA, St. Louis came in a little earlier, like in the 60s, 70s. So they had to move some teams from that were in the Western Conference to the East, and Toronto was obviously logically an Eastern city, so they moved them to the East. And then in the late 90s, they had expansion teams like, expansion teams like Atlanta was one of the first, Columbus, Nashville, in Minnesota, right? Because Dallas used to be Minnesota, and then Minnesota got an expansion team, right? Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, and then Detroit was in the west. So Toronto moved to the east. Detroit was in the west still for a while, and Columbus was in the west. Yeah, I forgot what year they moved to the east. Oh, that's because when the NHL rebranded their conferences, right? The Western Eastern conferences. They used to have 3 divisions for each conference, but now they have two.
Mhm.
The Atlantic, Metro. You know what I'm talking about. They have two, right? Each
Yeah.
conference. And Toronto's in Atlantic, and Detroit's in the same conference, the same division, right? So you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Like you're an Anaheim fan. You're in the Pacific Conference division,
Mhm.
right? You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So yeah. I went to a bunch of Rams games in St. Louis. Loved the dome. Yeah. Well, that dome is it's useless now, isn't it? They don't have anything in that dome anymore.
Oh.
My cities are very
Wow.
determined to have. There's a lot of cities that won baseball teams. I know Portland, Vancouver, Las Vegas. No, Las Vegas is getting the A's, so not count Vegas out of there. I know.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Chalamet said that the Knicks winning a championship is better than winning an Oscar?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I think the Knicks winning the championship is more cinematic than half the movies that came out the last few years. Where's Martin Scorsese to say this is cinema? The Knicks winning a championship. This is cinema.
They still have W events where you are. Of course they do. They don't have
So
health
so
WWE that
so
much.
if they make a movie about the Knicks winning the championship, Stephen A. Smith has to play Stephen A. Smith.
What are you gonna do? They're gonna. It's gonna be called Basketball Pitch, like Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon. Remember that movie? Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon was about the 2004 Boston Red Sox when they broke their 100-year curse. That movie is with Drew Barrymore. Or they didn't make a movie about the Chicago Cubs breaking their curse. Ah,
Watch, there's going to be a fictional movie about the Maple Leafs breaking their curse.
it probably
When in
will.
reality, they're still not going to win anything.
So
Dude.
wait, who's gonna play Victor Wembanyama in a Knicks movie? Because we need the villain.
Victor is.
Yo, it'd be like we need Stephen A. Smith to play Stephen A. Smith.
Mhm.
I guess Victor's got to play Victor because no one else is as tall as him.
Yeah. You don't make good sports movies anymore. Like,
Yo, I remember the days of Hoosiers. Remember the Titans, Coach Carter. Like, yo, Coach Carter was a movie.
They should make they should make sports comedy movies again, man. But not like stupid comedy like Geronimo Man or like things like that. I want to see like a major league. I want to see like a major league reboot, something like that. Or I want to see a movie based on I want to see a biopic movie based on Jerry Jones. How about that?
Yo, do you want Skip Bayless to have a heart attack?
Yes. I'm kidding. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh my
Dude, there should be a biopic on Jerry Jones, a movie on Jerry Jones. Seriously.
Yo, speaking of Skip Bayless, like, you ever hear his hot takes about The Dark Knight?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, like he thought Dark Knight was overrated. He thought Jack Nicholson was a better Joker than Heath Ledger.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, dude, what do you expect? He has LeBron at number 9 on his list.
Probably thinks,
I'm pretty sure he also said that one time that he ranks Karl Malone above Steph Curry. I'm like, what? And Bill Walton. Like Bill Walton only had 2 good years.
Really? That's it?
Because he got hurt, remember?
Oh yeah.
Skip Bayless be tripping with his list.
He probably thinks the Batman Part 2 is for the DCU. Like, he's probably never even heard of DCU.
I bet you if Skip Bayless was a Spider-Man fan, he would probably say Tobey Maguire is the GOAT and Tom Holland is the phony GOAT. He is the chosen one turned frozen one.
This is LeBron of Spider-Man.
Oh gosh, yo. Oh my god.
He's LeBron of Spider-Man.
And he's probably like thinking to himself, Christopher Nolan is like Greg Popovich. He'll have some success,
and
he
Steve Spielberg
ultimately will disappoint.
Spielberg, if you put a little more facial hair, he could probably be like Phil Jackson.
Oh, I was about to say he's like Phil Jackson of movies. Oh my gosh! Like
Michael B. Jordan could be Michael Jordan.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you know what?
Oh yeah,
I think I can see Michael B. Jordan playing Mikal Bridges. He looks a little bit like Mikal Bridges. Oh my! Yo, did you hear? Like, apparently the Knicks had to make a deal with James Dolan to like change their lifestyle for the next the 10 weeks of playoffs. Apparently, you had to change your diet, you had to like change your sleep habits, but apparently, I think he was joking around when he said it. You couldn't have intercourse with your wives and your gals. Apparently, there was a no. I mean, my stream's not monetized. I could say it. There was a no sex rule.
You can actually do that.
Yeah, sure. Like the players are gonna listen to that.
I know they have a rule when they go to hotels and things like that, on the road.
Yo, speaking of hotels, did you hear like the bizarre rumor that happened in the bubble with Jimmy Butler and Rachel Nichols?
Yeah.
Nichols. Oh my god.
Like Jimmy Butler and her apparently had a torrid affair in the bubble.
Jimmy Butler.
And apparently, I don't know if I want to say this part because I always gotta watch. But my cousins watch my streams sometimes. Apparently, like someone got a noise complaint from that room, and Jimmy Butler was trying to say he was practicing dribbling. But I think he
practicing dribbling in a hotel room
with like a basketball. But apparently, he was doing something else with his hands.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They're role playing.
Him and Rachel Nichols playing. So let's play Palm the Ball.
Oh. Gotta penetrate to the. Every time I hear basketball, right? Like basketball, you gotta penetrate. I just laugh at that when we talk about basketball because that's very common. That word is very commonly used in basketball, and I always think like dirty with that word, penetrate.
Yo, listen. The one thing I was disappointed with these finals, Charles Barkley did not insult the women of San Antonio.
Really?
It's like, well, he did make a joke saying it's gonna be churros versus street meat.
Yeah,
New York, we got street meat.
It's funny. I like how it makes fun of
San Antonio. It's like Victoria definitely a secret down there.
Oh.
I started making jokes about the San Antonio women at work. It backfired.
Oh.
So,
Uh-oh.
because some of my counselors were like, "Watch what you say now." I'm like, "Oof." I'm not talking about any of you. I'm talking about them big old women in San Antonio.
They probably don't know who Charles Barkley is.
Oh my god, the women of San Antonio, like, there's some really good looking women in San Antonio, and Charles Barkley's like, how long do you think it took for them to pick them women? They flew them in from Dallas. Charles Barkley would say that. It's like, they ain't from here. They flew them in from Dallas. I mean, listen, I know Charles Barkley, you're on Weight Watchers, but good Lord, man, don't forget you were a bit chubby one time.
He is still chubby.
Yeah, he still got a little chubbiness.
Charles Barkley has no filter. He just says what he says, and he doesn't get fired for it. Like some of the stuff he could say, like you would think they'd cut him, let him go, but he's so.
He said on live TV like he would kill Skip Bayless.
Yeah, I mean, like,
how do you get away with saying I'm going to kill this person? Like, good Lord, Skip has never like pressed charges, or instead he was like I am sick of Charles Barkley insulting me and saying he wants to kill me. I'm like, so why don't you press charges? Dude, if someone says they want to kill you, wouldn't you go to the cops?
Yeah, Charles Barkley. Yeah.
Like Charles Barkley has said on, I think it was the Dan Patrick show.
He did
if I get a disease, put on TV, put me in a room with Skip Bayless and I'll beat him down like a dog.
Yeah, he did say that. He did.
Like, and everyone thinks it's funny.
Yeah, because Charles Barkley has that way to make it sound like a joke. And
oh my! Well, some people actually would take that as a threat.
Yeah,
I don't know if someone said like, if I get a disease and I want to kill the George on a live stream, I would be like, I'd be scared.
Of course.
I mean, listen, there are people on YouTube that overreact on Twitter and claim they need restraining orders. I would get a restraining order if someone says I'm on a live stream. I would want to fight me to the death. If someone wants to fight me to the death, not like overreacting to something on Twitter like certain people do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is just crazy. Ow, what am I sitting on? I don't know, I just sat on something. I don't know what I sat on.
All right.
Oh, by the way, did you guys see the Shrek trailer? Like, before I end the stream, like I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I was gonna ask.
I'm happy, but why should a trailer for a movie that's come out in a year?
Yo, that's what I was wondering, because like first of all, is it me or does the animation look bad?
Yeah, it doesn't look that great.
Like, the animation from 2001 looks so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and second of all, like, DreamWorks, DreamWorks is turning the comments off.
Yep. It's getting roasted.
Yo, I hate to say it. I wonder if My Time to Shine Hello was actually right for once. Because remember, like My Time to Shine Hello was claiming that, oh, I'm the reason why the plot of Shrek 5 changed.
Maybe.
Also, where the hell is Zendaya? Like, they're advertising Zendaya, and she's not even in this trailer.
No.
Instead, you advertise the two sons that are probably going to be dumbass characters that add nothing to the plot.
Yeah.
Or wait, is one of the sons going to be voiced by Timothée Chalamet and the other one voiced by Tom Holland? Could you imagine? Like, Timothée Chalamet, Tom Holland, and Zendaya are Shrek's children. And I don't know, is it me or does Michael Myers not sound right as Shrek in the trailer?
What has Michael Myers done lately? Nothing.
Exactly. Like Eddie Murphy sounds okay as Donkey, but
Michael Myers hasn't had a good movie since, I don't know, a while?
I think he's butthurt that they never asked him to play Michael Myers in Halloween. like come on, can I play Michael Myers? We have the same name.
No, we can't. You're too funny.
Yeah. Oh my, but yeah, no, I don't know. I'm really nervous about Shrek 5. I was looking forward to it, but now I'm nervous.
I don't know. They should have shown a trailer a year before. Like, why?
I think I wonder if they're kind of testing out the new animation to see how people react.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reaction's not going the way they hoped. So
Because what style of animation are they using now?
see, I don't know because here's the thing: this is gonna be the first Shrek movie that comes out where DreamWorks is owned by Universal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know if they're trying to do some kind of like hybrid DreamWorks Illumination kind of animation, but even Illumination looks better than this. Like the one, like
Yeah.
I criticize Illumination plots, but Illumination animation looks good. This I don't know what this is. I'm very worried about Shrek 5 now.
New Doctor Evil ad. I did see the ad for Verizon.
I don't think there's anything else. I know Spider-Man trailer comes out tomorrow, and so do the tickets. Toy Story 5 comes out this weekend. That's so far getting great reviews.
I'll probably get this is Michael. I'll probably get the tickets first, secure the tickets first to make the trailer.
So like my theater kind of waits to do the tickets.
Oh, you mean like how? What do you mean?
Like I think they wait like a few days after the tickets come out. Because like they don't really rush my theater.
I'm just trying to get an advanced screening because I got advanced screening for Supergirl. I'm seeing it next Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, so I get to see it earlier.
I don't know if you heard me say it. So like, because I'm going on a Disney cruise, and I think Disney cruises show new Disney movies. I think I might be able to see Toy Story 5 on a cruise ship.
Probably.
I saw I saw the recent Planet of the Apes on a Disney cruise ship 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and when I come back, I'm gonna try to see Supergirl right away because.
How long is your trip? 2 weeks?
I'm coming back the 27th.
Oh, so when you
So
leaving?
I fly in Thursday. The cruise leaves on Saturday because I'm gonna go to a Disney park on Friday. The cruise comes back. It's like for a week, so it comes back the 27th.
Saturday, the next Saturday, not this Saturday.
Yeah, assuming I don't have any like flight delays or whatever, because that's the thing that happens. Yeah, it's because the last cruise ship that I went on, I was only for like a few days. This one's gonna be for like a week. That's like a different cruise.
Nice.
Michael Myers and Michael 2026. Oh, he plays CBS Records president Walter and Michael. I didn't see Michael.
Neither did I.
I mean, look, I like Michael Jackson, but I wasn't really gonna rush to see a Michael Jackson biopic.
All I know is Michael probably went to the Diddy parties.
Oh God! Don't
he
listen.
did worse than just the Diddy parties.
Listen, all I can say is this: if people think Knicks fans are crazy, Michael Jackson fans are even crazier.
Yep.
Like they are even crazier. But so we're at the 2-hour 44 mark. I think this is a good time to end the stream. As I mentioned before, this is going to be my last streaming video until I come back. When I come back, I'll probably do my review of Supergirl if I see it, and also my review of Toy Story 5 if I see that on the cruise ship. Aaron, you got anything coming up?
Tomorrow. I'll probably make a chair reaction video, Spider Brandy Day, and probably a stream breaking down the trailer later tonight. It's probably that's tomorrow, but yeah, basically it tomorrow.
All right. Red, you got anything going on?
No, I'm not a content creator, so I'm not going to do anything. So
Just on Switch. That's all you are.
All right. And thank you to those in the chat that were also contributing. Degrassi, Blinded, Red, Aaron, who also contributed on the stream. I don't think anyone else was in the chat, but thank you all for contributing. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, or if you haven't, please share us with someone that loves basketball. Go New York, go New York, go. Knicks are your champion. Wembenyama is a soft crybaby that likes to play victim. He will not be there if OKC was healthy. And I'll see you guys when I come back from my trip in a couple weeks. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.